Look, he wants to go to.
Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up over him.
You see what I just told that nigga? Like superstar. Ask beforehand, nigga.
Right.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Make way for iPod King Carter and
right,
shit.
you know what I'm saying?
Like, God damn.
Nigga just came in the door like, y'all ready? No.
Yo, that's just like, there's this barbershop up here called Dave's, and they got like platinum cards or gold cards.
Phase.
If you in the chair and somebody with a platinum card coming there, you got to get up in the middle of your haircut. That's Carter right now.
Serious?
If you got people on the podcast, everybody got to
Nah,
get
I'm
off
not getting up.
because he getting on. Yeah, I'm serious. Yo, you got to get out the chair.
Why, yo? That's retarded.
Cause man, yeah.
What was your plan?
It's actually smart business wise. They gonna make everybody.
Are you aware that you look like you're 48 years
We ain't got
old?
money for that. That shit was ridiculous. This dude.
I just say people
Are you aware?
Niggas get the fuck about that shit.
Hold on.
Hey, and I definitely
His hairline.
wait personally.
I don't know if they
wait
still
outside
do
until
it.
somebody just sit
It's gonna come
down.
up here,
As soon
and
as
then
he start
across.
fading,
As
his
you
card,
can see.
yeah, get out, big
Right
fella.
in the
We need to
right in
go
the
ahead
middle
and
of the
see.
face.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah, why didn't you just ask
My
me?
barber knows that. He's still charging you shit prices. I told that nigga you
Wait,
better never raise
until
the prices.
my man's just start
And
getting
I'm not
his hair
fixing
braided.
it. You go to school like that. They were like, sir, you're too old to be
about
here.
halfway done. Like, yeah, get
Yo.
out.
You gotta
bro.
cut his hair.
Hey,
going to
one
school
in
like
the
that.
shot if
No,
everything
not.
sounds
I'm
good.
gonna
You can
cut
hear
it.
everybody,
I'm gonna
please.
cut it. He's not going to school
Hold
like
on.
Yo,
that.
did y'all see the
Let me see
thumbnail?
the
I
razor
used
that
to
he
do?
I
used.
will cut it.
Oh my God.
No, yes, sir.
That shit
I'm
is
about to get checked
disturbing.
right now.
Like regular
You
razor.
use a regular straight razor.
What's your background?
Here, or is that yo?
Zelda.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
my
You didn't have
fault.
anything
Wait, no,
else
no,
to do
your
with your life
background.
tonight.
I'm talking about to your face
Hold on, move
cam.
the trash can out of my shot.
Oh, well, hold on.
Huh.
He tried to,
You didn't have
he tried
anything.
to
No,
line
this
his
to
own
follow
head-
up that
his-
letter.
You never seen that video?
Come on.
He tried to line up
Who's?
his own.
I said it can't get any funnier.
Oh, whoa, that thumbnail is weird.
Oh my God, look at this
Like-
guy.
Look up, man.
Turn
Look
the
up.
video
I don't know
So
how I
make
feel
sure-
about it.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Make sure
guys.
the-
Whoops.
Looking vocal, man.
I had the audio on the video on there. Is that
Hey,
better?
Mario Kart 8 got Zelda in it.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 got Zelda,
Yeah, I'm looking
Splatoon.
at it.
Splatoon comes out next week, though, by the way.
Okay. One in the chat if it sounds better. I fucked up. YouTube update. What update? There's a YouTube app update?
Yeah, this shit look different now.
I think there was a Twitch one too, and it's kind of annoying the way it looks now.
All right, we here. We going make sure y'all tweet out the stream when we'll start around 500 people. No, that's not me when I was younger. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
Yo, I peeped that a few days ago that Call of Duty you did.
Yeah, how much is
Who
it?
called it?
I don't know, I think it's like 20 or something, a little bit more.
Why?
But nah, what I peeped
Listen,
was
it'll be free.
it wasn't even just that. What I peeped is what we had said beforehand. Like it's coming with like 10 extra like supply crates and stuff too. I was like,
Man,
whoa,
we
like,
don't give a fuck about that shit, man.
you're really about to have boxing gloves and
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty 4, bro.
Motherfucker, that's ridiculous, man.
Damn, his car is stuck, bro. I
Well,
feel like
Yo, why can't you, like, extend my screen, make it smaller? Like, dude, like, my fucking head looks wide. Whatever.
I could fix it. Why you sound so swell up in the chest about it, though?
it did get all in his feelings a little bit
See,
about
why can't you fix my shit? You know, everybody else looking good, feeling good.
it. Speaking to a superstar, you know.
There you go.
Damn, I feel like going to help her. Her car stuck.
Trade tracks and about
It's
getting the
so
L's
cold outside,
Yeah,
though.
let's get that shit.
I can't even do it, bro. It's so cold outside.
All right, Ricky, how you want me to finesse this? Oh, shit. There you
Yeah,
go.
now then make it smaller. I appreciate
All right.
that.
All right. I mean, I hope, I hope that's okay with you, my good man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's great. We
Can we
good now.
start now, you know?
You know what I mean?
Good.
By the way, y'all hear about this Matrix reboot, bro? What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
What is
Brandon?
that?
Not Brandon. What's his name? Creed.
Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
I don't want to see that fucking guy everywhere now, man.
Yo, why you hating
Yo,
on the man, though?
he low key one of the hardest working dudes
Yeah, how you
right
gonna
now.
do
Between
that, man?
him and The Rock, I can't stunt. Like them niggas is out there, bro.
How you gonna do
Damn.
that, bro?
The only Michael B. Jordan movie I ain't like that I've seen thus far, well, I ain't see was that Fantastic Four. But that Creed was pure fire.
What's up, Prince? Yeah, this jam is the shit, bruh.
Out of that orange juice. Don't be hating on orange juice.
Hey,
man.
Prince said this jam is lit. By the way, this jam is
You just pootie tanged me, my nigga.
He did.
Bro, I was reading the chat.
Bro, you just pootie tanged me,
Fam,
bro.
I was reading the
Out of
chat.
everything, everybody
Come
said
on,
you
Chase.
pootie tanked me, bro.
That nigga said
got
don't be hating on orange juice. That shit was funny. Yo,
So-
orange juice is real.
So this jam is on PS4, correct?
Yeah, it's free this month.
Free. If y'all on PS4,
Yes, plus.
which
Yes,
at least
yes,
half
plus.
of y'all on there.
Nah,
The other half of
probably
y'all on
about
Xbox.
9%. Hell no, that's giving Xbox too much credit.
I wonder what percentage of people that
Ain't
have
no half and half. I'm gonna
Xboxes.
tell you that.
Well, yeah. I tried.
Right, 80-20.
I wonder.
He
I
said,
wonder.
hey, getting some bomb ass head while watching the podcast.
Whoa, bro. I wonder how many people that have Xboxes have PlayStations too.
Well, you remember when the original Wii came out? The like statistics for the having all three systems were like the highest out of everyone that had just one or two. So it's probably high. A lot of people probably bought PlayStation early, then bought Xbox One for scalebound, and then just decided to keep it after the fact.
I can't wait till we get to the to that section where because I don't want to get into it too much now, but I want to see everybody's opinions on PlayStation games being on
You said PlayStation games being what?
PlayStation games being
yeah.
on PC.
Yeah, but we knew that though.
We knew that, but I just want to.
Is it like brand new games day one?
No, we gonna get to it. I don't want to.
Yeah,
put it right
they haven't
now.
specified. They just said PS4 games. They
Well,
probably
PlayStation now. It's not even. It's. Well, let's
It's
not.
now.
Yeah, let's because what's going on here? Oh,
You know
this
what,
dude.
man? What's going
This
on, guys?
dude-
Your boy 3 and
this
3, we in
dude-
here.
Hold on, let me fix this.
Get my intro out the way before the train comes.
Nah,
now.
it ain't intro time, fam. Don't introduce yourself. We ain't ready for you. We
Allow
not
me
ready for
to
you.
reintroduce myself. My name
He
is.
said we ain't ready for you.
We not
Come
ready
on.
for that, man. You gonna hold up, bro. You gonna come in here and brand yourself, and it ain't time yet. Hold on, let me. Fix
Yo,
this real
I
quick.
need the everybody in the chat, man. I need us to band together. Everybody that follows GMG, everybody that follows World News, everybody that follows Black people in general, and even if you don't follow Black people, let's just band together and just get Chad Moss out of here, bro. Bow Wow gotta go.
Why is he still on the internet?
We really, yo, the Black delegation would like to trade Bow Wow for Ed Sheeran, bro. Bring Ed Sheeran.
Give us Ed Sheeran.
Y'all can keep Bow Wow and Lil Romeo. We're throwing Romeo for free.
Nah. We gonna give them
Sheeran.
Bow
Ed
Wow.
Sheeran.
We gonna give
Where
them
he
Bow
at?
Wow and Raven Simone, and we gonna take Ed Sheeran.
Justin Bieber.
No, you don't want that
Nah,
shit,
we gonna take Justin Timberlake, yo.
Well, Justin
You don't want
Timberlake
that
been with
shit,
us
yo.
though. That's different. Like you can't.
Nah.
You heard that shit what he said to Nicki Minaj?
Who?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Who?
Ed Sheeran.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
I think Nicki Minaj made a tweet or something about like how the Grammys, you know what I'm saying, they'll be showing no love to like a black audience or whatever. He like, you know, we tired of hearing the same shit pretty much.
Okay, yeah, so facts. Nigga. I'm tired of hearing this shit too.
Hey, dog. Oh, dog.
I need
So-
to see exactly what he said because it sounded like you kind of put your own.
Right,
like,
you greatly.
you
greatly,
put your own little.
He's doing the
Larry
God
on
of
there.
War explanation.
Yeah,
of
they-
this guy.
like,
You doing the black shit. You adding shit that didn't
Right.
even need to be
He
said.
pretty much
No,
said
I-
Barry, like he pretty much said fuck black people and fuck y'all music. That's just like that's
Right.
that's
No,
what
I
I
ain't
got
say
from
all
that.
that, yo.
I can't be writing songs over here.
He said L's for
I ain't
Rick.
say that,
He's
but
still gonna
he
sing.
got the side eye for me, yo.
I don't give a fuck. He can sing. Fuck it. Side eye.
Cool, you mean the
ass.
one that did the song Shape of You?
It's good.
I don't even know
Damn,
his
Brad
music,
said we can't have
bro.
Ed Sheeran. Hey, I know that. I hear you.
Yo, I ain't mad at
I
that
ain't
either,
mad.
bro. Charlie really
Man,
want
man.
him though.
Well, let's
Yeah,
wait for the person that's gonna get offended by our jokes here too, because every show there's somebody that be like, "Man, that ain't funny, man." Good
Nah,
ass
we
off the
don't
internet.
want Lady Gaga. That's y'all. Y'all
Nah,
got
well,
that.
y'all keep that one.
Y'all can keep him. We good.
No,
I want Tommy
Eminem is
Flower.
that dude is dead center. Nobody can
So
have
this boy
Eminem.
is low key on the block market. He on the trading block, bro. We really
You
take
can't put
anything
people
for
on a
that.
trade block that nobody wants. That's kind of
That's true. We just up for
like,
free agent.
we got to really put people that can be
Nobody really
valuable
wants
to the
draft
other
that
side.
nigga right there.
Get Tiger Woods up out of here.
No, what you mean? Why would we give Tiger? What do you, sir? Explain. Go ahead, fam. I want to hear this. Go ahead, Barry.
Hey man, start the show, man. I ain't got
No,
time.
no, you can't just come in here like that, fam. Explain.
He said we don't got time.
Tiger Woods don't want to. Everybody know Tiger Woods don't want to be black, bro.
But we need his accolades, though. The black community needs his
Right.
accolades. So we can't just
He
get
got
out
Jordan.
of it, fam. What you doing,
Even the
bro?
ones he
We got
lost.
Jordan.
Huh?
We got Jordan. What we need?
Well, Jordan's accolades is for basketball. We need his golf accolades, fam. What are you talking about? You know how many basketball accolades black people have? Yeah, I'm fucked
Yo,
up,
we-
sir.
Yo, we got JJ
No, I didn't,
Barea
bro. If
from
you don't
Puerto
want to be
Rican.
black,
That's
shit,
sad.
why would I want to?
Oh goddamn.
Oh God, let's get on to the show, Barry. Since you
Come on,
fucked
bro.
up first, go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Yo, listen. Hashtag no coons, yo.
Who's a coon?
Yo, this man reaching today, boy.
Yo, can I introduce myself, please?
No, you can't. I need who?
Ben
Barry?
Carson's a coon.
Ben Carson. Okay. All right. You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
All right. That dude's an idiot.
Give you that.
I'm just saying, yo.
Donald Trump.
What's going on, yo? I'm eating fish sticks right now.
Oh,
We can hear it.
from the box,
We
the
can
frozen
hear
shits.
the- hear the
Hell yeah.
smacking.
That's fucking nasty.
My
Hey,
man,
yo,
my
shut
man
up.
right here is eating fish sticks. How old are you, Barry?
From the box, my nigga.
Oh,
The
Barry,
school
how
shit's
old
from
are you,
school.
Barry? How old are you, Barry?
23,
Too
yo.
old is the answer. The number wasn't even. I didn't care. The answer is too old.
You just try to hit him with the. It doesn't matter.
We're gonna leave Barry alone for he don't.
Oh man, listen, look at the chat, yo. They know Tiger Woods in the sunken place, man.
Man, we need his accolades. We can't really. We need to harness.
This nigga said, listen to the chat, and only one person said that. Boy.
People do that.
I'm
a
saying it's
lot.
like 4 people talking about trading Tiger Woods. I don't know what you
Out of 500.
He said fish
Shut up,
dick.
nigga.
Oh, you eat fish sticks?
Hey, yo, fish dick. Yeah, that episode, bro. Kanye.
They said you eat fish dicks.
Yeah, fish
Anyway, Barry, you spent some time over at PAX East. How was PAX East? You want to talk about PAX East at all?
And them lines was crazy. I ain't gonna tell you. I mean,
Yeah, you came straight with the black complaint right there. Go ahead.
gosh, for real, yo. The lines was surreal, yo. I mean, Ricky Privilege, he got media passes, but let me go talk about that. But no, just kidding. But no, the lines was crazy. Like it was like so were some games that I kind of wanted to play, but it was nothing like how E3 be, where like it'd be shit that you really want to play.
Yeah.
Like no,
PAX is a
it was like it was more so like just networking with other YouTubers out there. Like just the stuff outside of PAX was really the highlight of the whole event.
I need to get everybody's links in the description because I don't have them. So okay, well, good. Would you do PAX again? Is the question.
I would do PAX without going to PAX, without actually going to the event just to do the shit, like or do like one day.
Okay. So let's swing it over to our honorary GMG member, Mr. MarcoHDesigns. What's up, sir?
This nigga.
It's good to see you back, man.
You know your shit's muted like a motherfucker. We can't hear shit.
They talking like, yo, nigga, what's good? I'm back, B.
He's like,
Word is born.
unmute your mic, bro.
Yo, she trying to talk?
I don't know.
So my nigga's about to do a crazy beat drop off that go.
You got the regular Dave. Right now we gonna come back to you, Marco. Your shit is fucked, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. Go ahead, Ricky. You looking? Whoa. Go ahead, Ricky.
Just finished eating. My bad, y'all.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, but what's going on, man? It's good to be back. PAX East was cool. We out here, y'all.
Okay. Prophecy.
Bro, I swear I hope this picture changes. Yo, what's up, squad? Shit, boy. The fuck, who's calling me?
I'm gonna have to fix those links here in a second. This shit is slow as hell.
Nope, don't want to answer.
Marco, you frozen, like you about to do a 16 in a booth, yo.
He said my
Somebody
nigga
said
Marco
Marcus
did an
was
ASMR.
He definitely-
Yeah, so my-
he said, "What's up, GMG? I'm in the podcast." I was like, right.
Hey, man, I don't like when dudes whispering in my ear.
That's it on too.
Ain't finna be whispering
Roxy,
sweet nothing.
Roxy,
B.
did you just put that picture on there?
Yes. I hope it changes.
Is that a bunch of Tims? Wait, what is that?
Please
That
tell me
shit
this
says,
shit changes on
Matter of
stream.
fact, hold on. This is what we can do. Hold up.
Send me that pic. What is that?
That shit
It's a
says,
daddy long leg.
when
It's
you-
a
He said
spider.
when you find a spider in New
New
York.
and he got Tim's on everywhere.
Wow.
What? Who did? No, who did?
That's fucked up.
Yo, I love New York slander. It is funny as a whole, as a culture. It is hilarious,
Let me
but
see.
this one might top the cake, bro. They really got a spider with.
The goddamn chat ain't coming on and shit. Marco, you might want to restart your computer.
Where they going, yo? They said he got an Ethernet cord all the way from McDonald's.
Hilarious, bro. I wish I could zoom in on that.
Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, he's gonna restart his shit real quick. Yeah, that is hilarious, fam. Hilarious. All right, this is
Bro, I
GMG
see-
episode. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was hilarious. I seen that last week. I was like, bro, I gotta.
That's
use
one of
that.
the best, yo. That's hilarious. That's
It
one of the
is,
best New York.
bro. It's top five. It's top five. They don't lie.
I want this chat, yo.
The chat ain't the chat. You know how they get. But it's GMG episode 147. God damn it! Last week. So let me talk about last week. Let me have the floor for this.
Talk about it.
Last week was like hilarious. It was one of those days like where it was hilarious. Everything that like could go wrong went wrong. Kind of like the day where like I was walking down the street and it was raining and there was a puddle. And this only happens on movies, but that day it decided to happen to me. A car drove past and splashed water right on my fucking head as I missed the bus a mile away from the bus. It was just so on Wednesday, basically, I was at home. I got one of the family phone calls that you don't want, that somebody needs to hold some bread. Fair enough. I had to stop everything I was doing. I had chicken in the oven, baked chicken. You don't stop no food in the oven mid bake. You can't do that. So I had to stop. I had to leave for about an hour to go drop the money off. Cool. I get back. I turn the chicken back on. Fuck it. We back. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for podcast. My power went out at 2:30. Right? 2:30, no power. So I'm like, oh, I'll be back on. This is nothing. 3:30 rolled around. 4:30. 5:30. Still no power. So I'm like, we're going to miss the podcast this week. I had 1% battery. All right. 7 o'clock. Power comes back on. Right? But when the power came, this shit's fucked up. When the power came back on, my computer never came back on. So somewhere in between the power going out and whatever foolishness was going down Wednesday, my computer literally broke. My motherboard burned out. Common problem with this motherboard. Not my gaming PC. My other computer, my laptop. So my laptop burned out. The power went off. We couldn't do the podcast. I had to drop somebody else off some money. Shit was a bunch of bullshit. And it's going to cost. And I already paid it. I will show the motherfucking receipts to repair my laptop. And I know how to repair laptops because that's what I do. But to repair the Spectre X360 HP laptop, these motherfuckers charged me $700, guys. $700, bruh.
Tax write-up.
Yeah, it was
Just,
definitely a
one
tax
thing about
write-off.
that. Spam mail's in the chat though.
Spam mail's in the chat
Yeah.
for what?
For your goofy ass. But yeah, man, it sucks.
No.
I know the
Spam mail's in
Yeah,
the chat for what?
I hit him up. I hit him up like around 8. He was like, "Yo, this shit just came back." And I was like, "Damn,
Yeah,
Daniel."
bro.
That sucks, man.
And you know what? And I gotta pay homage. The only thing that was working that had power in my whole house was this Nintendo Switch, found. It was the only working thing in the
Hey.
house, bro.
Yo, you know what's weird and funny at the same time? No bullshit. When my power be going out, hasn't gone out since like it went out like once or twice that day, but it hasn't gone out in a very long time. At least at this new place. The old place, it went out literally every time I turned the light switch on because the wires were trash. But the only thing that always stayed working was my DS.
There you go.
Like my DS was always on.
I would have had no connection to the outside world. And
Did you play with the Switch or did you use it as a light?
Probably both.
It was a little bit of both, yo.
Nigga was walking around.
I ain't want to play too
Signing
much.
it on
I ain't
the
want to run
ground.
the battery out.
You only got
Yo,
like 2.5
Did I hear that?
battery
I
life.
heard
in
that
that
battery dies like stupid fast.
It can. It depends. Some people said that they've had like a ton of hours. Some people haven't. It's case by case. So Marco, are you
Did
with
you hear
us?
the story about the dudes who switch wouldn't work because he had like a fish tank in his house and stuff like that? Like
It was a bunch
it
of
was-
weird shit.
yeah,
What do you mean? I don't understand. Why would
Yeah.
it wasn't sinking. He had like he was near his computer, his fish tank, and all types of shit. He just kept saying like it just stopped sinking every time. Like he had to literally go in front of the TV where the dock was, sit there and play it.
my Switch wasn't working because of my fish tank? How do you explain that to the people on the phone though?
Yo,
He's playing 1-2 switch in the
All
dark.
right, I'm just getting these links updated in the description here. Marco, are you with us? Are you good, sir?
Yeah, I'm good now.
All right.
Joe,
He here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. You
and
ain't get
Carter
your
was
chance.
ready, boy.
Yeah, he was. I'm on standby. Get him out, cuz.
Everybody should know, it's Marco, one of the top designers in them.
Yeah, there you
But
go. No,
I
say the
mean,
whole thing. Do the whole line. He said, "One of the top designer." Yeah, no. Tell him about your resume, dog. You ain't gonna speed past
No,
that.
he
fam.
said top designer, and then he made the face. He went,
but I'm gonna have a little surprise later on in the show, hopefully, if I can get it to work. But I'm in my new house now, so I'm in the office. I just got to get it set up the way I want. But I thought I'd hop on a podcast since I was off today, and I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, congratulations to the brother. You 22,
Facts.
23?
22.
22, and he just bought a house, fam. I ain't buy a house to
I
goddamn
hear
last
that.
year, bruh. You way
I
ahead of me.
hear that.
Like, that's what's up, man. Good to hear.
I'm never buying a house. Facts.
You in New York? I really
Yo,
understand.
you ain't lying.
I can't say that. I don't understand.
Yo, we
Yeah.
clap our hands when we get into the projects.
Well, I don't really know how.
Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing, yo. That's sad. New York is, yo.
Okay, so first and foremost, we used to do this shit before, but we stopped doing it for a while. So let's go ahead and.
Hi, by the way, that's what I'm saying. Boy, prophecy. You know what I'm saying?
What in the fuck? Let's take a look at these two dumb motherfuckers. So,
Chad Moss.
They both look like petties.
well,
You got
dude
it.
on the left looked like the dude from Cool Runnings, John Candy. The dude on the right, just I don't know.
Why is there a line on his photo?
Game no shout outs to
Cause
that.
he behind bars. That's what that line. So it's not funny. But these two dudes
Like some
was
pedophiles.
arguing about NVIDIA and AMD graphics cards. And one of them, and they're friends. They were good friends. They got into an argument about AMD and NVIDIA, and somebody got killed. Really, guys?
Sound like the nigga who said meet me at PAX.
He
Sound
stabbed
so
him to
good.
death, too.
They
Stabbed him in the
could've
head and
been
everything.
friends if
That's not funny, my nigga. But why you
wanted
said it
to
like
kill
that?
somebody over. I'm just saying, like you said, they real good friends. They evidently not. Like
No, it's the way he said it. He said, "Yeah, he stabbed him in the head."
He stabbed him in his head.
hey,
You laughing at that. He stabbed the dude in the head. He died instantly. And then he proceeded to stab the man's body 11 additional times over graphics card debates. This is where we at, though, guys.
No, that went
He's
over
a
no
graphics
graphics
card
card.
debates. Get you fucked up.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. That shit is highly hilarious to me.
So,
bro.
you want to know what's worse? I'm going to tell you.
Because I'm just imagining when he already killed him, he just kept stabbing him like, nigga, the finish is better. like
He
bro.
said the 1080 Ti just dropped. That's what as he's stabbing him, like.
So petty. Like, what was his rage? Like, how
They were
was
drunk.
he
I heard they were
mad, bro?
intoxicated.
I don't know. He stabbed him and he was like 4K gaming. This motherfucker.
Yo, like, bro, like,
God
It's
forgive
not.
me.
It's not funny because somebody died, but at the same time, it's funny because somebody died over a goddamn, like over an art. Well, niggas die every day over arguments. That's not nothing new. But over a video game
I
argument,
read that they were drunk. I read that one of them was.
I don't care if they was drunk or not. When I'm drunk, I'm very conscious. I know not to stab somebody, bro. like what? Something was wrong with that man's head, bro.
Some people not that conscious when they're drunk, I guess.
Man,
Man,
nah.
what kind of drunk is that?
I ain't blaming that on liquor. That's
My nigga
dumb.
was drinking strawberries and shit.
I'm blaming that
Yeah.
on inbred dreams, nigga. That ain't no drunk.
Yo, he was drinking.
That had to be something, though. That had to be something deeper than that.
He was drinking
though.
dot juice when he did that shit.
This
That's
dude
crazy.
said 60 frames for each stab. You know you going right down. It's not funny, man.
Oh shit! No, you started it. You was like, they stabbed him in the head and everything.
I apologize. I normally don't do things like this.
Bro, I'm gonna be real, dog. My man's. I'm assuming the one on the right is the one that died.
Nah, yeah, that's fucked up.
I feel like Big Boy is the one that got him. Hey man, listen, I love gaming, but you ain't never heard nobody say they die for this shit. Like that nigga died for his beliefs, bro.
Shit. I believe
like facts, nigga.
Nigga said Intel and Nvidia way better and just got his shit gutted.
Yeah, but real talk though, AMD be having shit for the low. Like if you ain't really got all money to be
see that new shit?
Yeah, AMD always.
Ryzen? And it's way
people
cheaper.
Ain't too, well, hey man, I ain't too happy with AMD right now, and I don't want to talk about it during the show. You know what I'm saying?
Stab me.
Nigga might get DDoS and shit.
Nah, I when they released that Ryzen,
you got that 90s Eminem haircut.
Somebody called. I don't know who it was. They said he looked like the dudes from Home Alone. Whoever that was, you a genius.
Nah, the
dog.
nigga on the left look like Louis Anderson. You
Yo,
remember
he
that
He said, right now I'm on fries, and then I'll be a manager, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in. Yo, I'm coming to America, fam. I remember that.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, now that we've started the show off by being assholes, let's go ahead and move over to the game, the real gaming news.
The non-deaf gaming news.
Oh,
That's cool.
I mean,
Hey, I'm with it.
I mean, we've all seen videos on WorldStar where dudes got killed over a game of Madden, so this is nothing like just used to stuff.
I'm pretty sure Meek Mill's rapper, the young guy, Snoop, Lil Snoop, he got killed over a game of Madden and shit.
Yeah, it was an argument, but a grown man shot him. That's crazy.
Right. Well, would it have been more appropriate if it was a kid though, Ricky? Is that what, like I'm trying to?
It's fucked up.
Okay. Look, a grown
No,
man
when I say grown man, it was because I have a feeling like that person probably had like something against him anyway, and just took that chance to just do what he had to do. It's fucked up.
So this dude.
I'm just reading the comments, bro. My man said the dude on the left looked like the dude from Power, Bulk and Skull.
Yo, they do! Oh my god! No,
they're so petty. They did look like Bulk and Skull.
John Cavins, we're gonna get the donations popping on the next show because we're gonna come back with the game of L's or whatever. If y'all want to donate, we have a limit. I don't want to see any donations more than $5. You know what I'm saying? Like $1. Anyway, not last week, but last show we talked about the official announcement of Shadow of Mordor 2, which is Shadow of War, comes out August 22nd. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. We have some gameplay here, courtesy of I don't know what
this was IGN. I think
it was IGN.
It was the actual YouTube channel too.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the Shadow of War YouTube channel. So again, this is one of those games that, looking at it, you might not really understand. Like this doesn't look that great, but the gameplay is where you're going to see where you're going to have all the fun, because not every game.
Yeah, don't forget that when you're watching this, it's downgrading the graphics.
Oh, dude, so YouTube kills these videos.
Yeah, so it's not like this is what it looked like. Watch it on the actual Shadow of War YouTube channel. It's beautiful, bro.
So somebody might want to know what the difference is between Shadow of Mordor and then the sequel here. one of the biggest differences, and I'll bring, as we get more information, we'll let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, later shows, but you're actually, so you fought against an army on the last one of, what do you call them? Orcs?
Yeah.
Okay. On this one, you're going to be able to build your own army yourself and have them fight for you as well. So I think that's going to be fucking dope. Like, they want to continue the Nemesis system and all that stuff. It looks like they brought over everything that people enjoyed from the first game into the second game, which is good because we all can probably think of games where they had something real great in the first one, and then when they brought on the sequel and they didn't bring it over, and it's like you brought over all the other stuff, but you forgot the most important thing.
I'm 98% sure. I could be wrong. There's that 2% chance, but I'm pretty sure that they stated at the end of this gameplay that nobody's battles will ever be the same.
It was two people, yeah.
Because basically you can constantly, because what you have as your person, your leader or your army, somebody else might not have. So certain people act differently. So if you notice, like in that trailer, they showed like the dog, I guess you would say, the beast that you can ride, jumped out of the fire, came and helped him real quick. Like that won't happen necessarily for you because you might not have that beast or have tamed that creature for your army. So they also said that they have their own individual stories too, like your actual war people. They have their own individual stories, so they could be out there getting murked or out there putting in work. And then you can also promote people, like what they're doing right now is they just promoted him to the leader of that whole area. So now when you promote people, they do certain things. So that person specifically, because he promoted him, will go out there and search for weapons and new recruits and stuff like that for you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but I was in that. I watched that video like 5 times. I can't even stunt.
I ain't gonna hold you up. The thing is, I've been wanting to get one of the devs, or at least somebody who's part of this, on the show, because I spoke to one of them on DM, and they broke it down for me more and said that
Are you allowed
since
to
you're
say
able
what
to
you're about to say?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was in the gameplay, but he went further in depth. So exactly what Prof said. If say you don't train your region, because there's several regions in here now where you're able to take over, and because you're able to import something from the previous game, there's gonna be people, especially people who might even betray you if you don't support the regions that you've taken over. If you don't bring them back resources so that they can build up the region more powerful of your army, they end up betraying you. And if that happens, they'll turn your army against you. Then you're going to have to go back and try to fight. But there's a possibility that now you might have to scavenge for new items. So now you have to make sure the person that you have that you either took over, possessed, or whatever now is part of your army. You need to make sure you always support whichever regions you're at, because there's a chance now that you're going to have other people coming in with their resources trying to take over. Or if the person who's like the king or whoever who's in charge of that region doesn't feel like they're getting enough support with their new system, they will betray you. So I think that's just kind of dope.
Yeah, they kind of got that from Fable 3, because I know, like, if you remember, in Fable 3 you had to be a king and you could like do essentially the same thing, and if you didn't help certain people on they would get mad and turn on you.
I think it's dope. And remember, I played Shadow of Mordor, and when I beat the game, it was a while back, so I was kind of like impressed again, and then I went back to the game and was like, oh shit, yeah, some of this stuff was here, but the way they built upon it was like ridiculous. So I like the whole Nemesis system, and then you building your own army. And now the way, you remember how you went up against certain characters and now it shows you their weaknesses and strengths? Like, it went more in depth. So that's why you're able to have like your army of like specific people who may work for this region come in. And I'm like, yeah, that's just fire, bro. I can't wait. Potential game of the year, though.
We not.
I said potential. That could be in the top 5. That could be a top 5
out, though, bro.
That could be added with it. Yo, listen, I hear a lot of Massive
potential
fans say Mass Effect is lit.
Potential ain't saying that it's not that it is indefinite. He's just saying this is the possibility. I think Mass Effect, that game, and Horizon gonna be like up there for game of the year.
And if Red Dead drops too, that's a GG.
I don't want them to put Red Dead out. I want them to
Yeah, I want to wait a year. I ain't gonna lie, it's too much goodness coming out. I ain't gonna stunt.
Yeah, but then what about next year?
It's
if we get God of War next year,
That's
Days
okay.
Gone next.
That's okay.
Is the game still gonna be like an open world?
Depends if the space.
Yes, of course it is. That's a good question.
Because the reason I asked, because looking from this gameplay video, it didn't sell too much of it. You know, it looked more like a strategy type game.
Well,
I mean, but the actual game, the first one is actually pretty open world. I mean, it's not as open world as you would say like Witcher or maybe even like Horizon. It might not even be as open world as that, but it's definitely open world to a certain extent.
Well, I hope they don't just put a whole bunch of fillers. Marco, was that you?
Yeah.
No. What was saying?
No, I hope they don't just put a whole bunch of fillers in. We talked about this before, but I mean, I hate to make people feel bad because somebody's gonna be salty because they didn't get a chance to play it. But Horizon, I mean, we always refer to GTA. GTA is the standard for open world. They don't just put a whole bunch of fucking collectibles in there. They don't just fill up the map with shit just to have you do it. Like there's a lot of unique experiences in the games. So I hope that they did that with this. Mass Effect does a good job of that shit too, where it's just like go here, go there, climb on this, get this, pick this up, like a whole bunch of nonsense that really doesn't add anything to the game. It's just basically for people to play the game for longer. So I hope they don't do that on here. I mean, they didn't really do it with the first one, but open world is always something that people can improve on. So I hope that they do that with this, and I hope that they have some more skills because they had some dope ass skills that you can do. And I think there was I love shooting these motherfuckers in the feet, and then they couldn't run.
Look at that blood and gore.
And then you could just cut their heads off and shit like that. Like it was dope as hell. People
executions in this game was
lovely.
Crazy. First of all, also the fighting mechanics were really good because at the time we were comparing the fighting mechanics because at that point in time when Shadow Mortar came out, Batman kind of had the best fighting dodging mechanics.
Isn't it under the same publisher?
Warner Brother, right?
Yeah. So and
it's
Mad
very
Max similar.
Mad Max, but Mad Max, I've been playing Mad Max for 3 years. This just Mad Max is I'm glad you said that's a prime example of a game where they just fill up the map with shit they want you to collect. They want you to go get these mines. They want you to
gold weapons, the gold parts for the weapons and stuff.
Yeah, it's not even bro. It's not even really gold parts. You're getting stuff to build up strongholds or little areas for 3 or 4 bosses in the desert. It's literally the same thing to build up cleanup crews and all that, and it's the same shit. It's just you picking up stuff over and over and over. I don't
what
like
about
to see
Zelda?
that. Zelda doesn't really,
because I know Ace was telling me it is tons of mazes and all stuff to make your armor and suit better. So is it do they do it right? I mean, we'll talk about Zelda later.
Yeah, because Ricky's played more hours, and he's a first-time Zelda guy. So I want to get his opinion as a first-time Zelda guy. Marco, you have any Shadow of Mordor interest at all?
I've been looking at that trailer, yeah.
Did you play the first one? No?
No, but I probably have to go back and play it.
You should. I strongly suggest doing that. We always tell people, if there's a new game coming out 6 months, a year from now or whatever, and it's a sequel, go back and play the other one because you don't even know if you want to spend $60 on it. You might not like that shit. And it's most likely going to be real close to the first one. So I would suggest doing that. Rent the game, Redbox, Game Share. Yeah. So.
One more. I just want to ask something. With this game, I think. Damn, what was I gonna say? It was about the mechanics of the game. Shit, I forgot. We can move on. Fuck it.
All right. Well, you can't. One more thing. I forgot.
I'm gonna lie. This game looks like a game I've never played before. It looks like, I don't know how to explain it, but it looks unique.
It is. I mean, well, over the years we've played so many games. I'm starting to feel like that less and less, which is why I liked Horizon so much, even though it was basically a mishmash of all our favorite games. But no, this is definitely different. Yeah, go ahead.
By the way, the gameplay that they had showcased, I want people to know because on my comment section when I did my video, they were it looks scripted. Now, mind you, it was absolute scripted. They knew what they were doing. It was on the easiest difficulty for a reason, though. It was to show people what can happen and what you can do in the game. I don't know why people have a problem with certain games. Like they didn't say, "Look at how I'm gonna go ham in this game," and then showcased how easy this shit look. It was basically just to display like how the world works, give you guys some updates and details on stuff. But in my comment section, it was like, "Oh, this looks so scripted. I hope it's good." I'm just like, dude, like it wasn't that type of trailer. Because there's some trailers that show you just to present you, like Mass Effect shows you how their world is gonna work, whether the difficulty, and then you got some other gameplays that just they want to make sure people understand what's in the game. Right. So yeah, of course it was scripted, but as long as they explain what's in the game, I was happy about that. So
right, well, and the people don't understand the trailers. They can set up scenarios and shit and trigger stuff to happen, and they're not going to play on a real difficulty. They're doing what Ricky just said. They just want to show you what's on the game. There's a good example of a game that just wanted to show you the world. I remember seeing the Dishonored trailers last year before the game came out, where they had a little bit of gameplay, but a lot of it was them showing the world and shit like that.
I remember.
So a couple weeks ago, we got into a little bit of a debate. I guess that's what you want to call it. We were talking about this Xbox Game Pass. So if you don't know, Xbox is creating a service, a subscription service. It is not streamed games like PlayStation Now. This is a game that you download to your Xbox for $9.99 a month. You can play these games. Now, we didn't have a whole lot of information. We just knew about the program and then how much it was. But they rolled out some more information. So I want to go ahead and give an update. There's going to be over 100 Xbox One and 360 games as part of this program. So the questions that Prophecy had before was like, what's going to be on there? Is it going to be all old games? So we didn't really know.
Yeah, I don't think it was more debate. I was just questioning what everything was going to be.
I didn't think they was going to roll out the Xbox One games with the service that early, but it looks like they are. So it's going to be games from 360 and Xbox One for $10 a month, over 100 games that they're going to some of the games are going to come in and drop off like a Netflix thing, but I approved it the first time I heard it. I thought it was a great idea for people that don't have, tons of money and maybe they're behind, they have a backlog. I felt like this was great for them. I felt like it was great for parents, for their kids, so they don't got to go spend a whole bunch of money. But now I think it's even better because they're going to have Xbox games. And I didn't think there was going to be 100 games on this service. That's a lot.
Yeah, I said that.
You said there was going to be 100 last time?
Yeah, but the thing is, we was all questioning whether or not would it mess up the feature with Games of Gold, because that was the big thing. That was what Prop was saying.
What I was concerned about was were the games going to conflict? Because if that's the case, why would be the point of getting Games of Gold if I can just get those games?
It says that there's two different services with unique benefits, so it's not really going to interfere with Games for Gold. So. I mean, I mess with this. I think it's a great idea.
I still think people's gonna probably think about. I think people's gonna want to take that $10 a month though, like that 100 games, like honestly, over the Games with Gold though.
You know what? Honestly,
go ahead,
bro.
No, I wasn't talking.
Go ahead, bro.
I was about to say honestly, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but honestly, I like the price point. Like it's half the price as PlayStation Now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like. Honestly, I like the whole idea of as long as it's stable, never mind. It's downloaded. It's downloaded. That's right. It's downloaded, so it's going to be stable. In my experience, the only reason I feel like I don't have PlayStation Now, to be honest with you, is just that price. That joint's $20 a month, and I'm not paying that for no. You know what I'm saying? But $10, I probably can't. $10 is $10. And the PlayStation Now library is not that bad, especially for me, knowing that it's a
great library. It's
it is.
Streaming it.
In my experience, though, I haven't really had too much problem with the lag and everything. I don't know how playing online is, but
PlayStation Now is way different. It's way different. In fact, we know how Barry we play online. We play 2K. We can play all these games. Yeah. Streaming a whole video game. It depends. Like me, I will say I have good internet, so I have no fear that my game is gonna look good. Mm-hmm. If you have 3 megabyte uploads, 5 megabyte uploads, your game quality is going to look bad. That's their whole thing. And then they're adding online services to some of the multiplayer games that are on there. So you have to worry about your games looking a certain way because
as far as
it's looking pixelated.
That's whoa.
But I know I played God of War. the first one, and I had no issues with it. It was perfect.
Yeah, me too. Like I played some games on there, but I haven't played like online though. But but I say that to say like I would do PlayStation now, but that $20 though is like nah. And I see this is $10. I probably would do this day one, honestly, if I had Xbox.
Man, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna benefit from the program, but I think it's good for everybody else. Like, and some people are like, well, they need new games. Rodrigo, shout out to Rodrigo. You're right. Xbox does need new games. Everybody needs new games, but just because we get games that we want to play every year when they come out, because we can. Most people can't get all the games they want when they come out. So everybody's backlog is crazy. Everybody got games.
I know mine is.
3-4 years ago they ain't play. Yo, you got to keep that in mind, dog. That's who it's for. It's not for us.
Yeah, I feel like there's two sides to that story, like what you just said, because it's like, for me, would I get it? I don't. You know what? To be honest, I'll probably try it out the first month, right? Just because I always give everything at least 1 month. Like I gave PlayStation Now a month. I'll give this a month. And like I said, it's $10, and depending on the games on there, which I feel like there's gonna be some good ones, like some old Ninja Gaiden Jones or some old Prince of Persia Jones that I might have loved back in the day. I'm sure it'll be good. I think it, like Chase said, it's designed for people who don't have bread and people who parents than the kids, because $10 you can get 100 games. Like that's crackhead prices.
Yeah, really.
Like for real. Dude. Like, because I was earlier on before PlayStation started getting these games, and I think we all kind of came up with the same point that it was better off getting the Xbox at one point because of everything that it offered. Like that EA Access for $30 was amazing because there was great games on there that you could play. Now you throw this in there too, you just really get rid of EA Access. But now you just get this, and you still, because when you're paying for gold, you still getting the games with gold. So you're still getting free games that are good games every month, and then you're gonna get this as well. Like it's probably gonna be a good look.
Yeah, you know what I was gonna say about, because you guys, and then what Rodrigo said. One big thing I do have to I appreciate from Microsoft is that they're not doing I would like to say Nintendo or just other companies who don't answer right away. I think all these services that they're trying to do, the backwards compatible games, everything they're trying to push out as a filler, so that as these, I guess, the games that Phil Spencer said that they're developing, like all these new IPs, I guess up until that time, they're just giving us these services and at least something to have people held down, because we see that there's no games. There's really no games for you to just be like, listen, I need an Xbox One S. Like, I don't think they're making these services for people to say, listen, you could buy an Xbox One S for these services. But as soon as the games start rolling out, and then with these services on the side, we're going to have to come back and question, like, damn, Xbox One may be worth the purchase if somebody asks me, like, hey, should I buy an Xbox One or PS4? Because right now I'm not a fan of PlayStation services right now, PS Now and all these other shits. But I love their games,
right?
The best thing that we have going on right now, not to cut you off, is the fact that these systems aren't going down anywhere. Like, you remember there was a period of time where like every week PlayStation would go down and then Xbox would go down. We've had the benefit for at least, I can honestly say, for at least 2 years, which is sad. Really, in all honesty, but we have the added benefit of it finally not going down. But that's the best we have to look forward to, other than these exclusive games, which are been fired pretty much. But for everything else, yeah, Xbox, you got the features. Like there's never been a question about that. Like they always have,
and they're adding
features.
More.
They always had the features in PlayStation.
Like PlayStation just now getting this stuff,
right?
Like PlayStation, well, PS3 was different, right? Because a lot of people, I don't know how, like, well, we're all tech fancy or whatever. But like PS3, like you could put, illegal game discs in there. Like PS3 was crazy, bro. Like you could bootleg all type of games, all type of shit. Like, and then they had like the you could, watch DVDs or whatever. So like I just feel like Xbox is still, well, other than PC, of course. But if you're specifically talking about console, I feel like Xbox, with this coming out, give it a month, it probably still would be the move. The problem I have with Microsoft, and I think Ricky was stating on this, is, and Chase said this earlier, but like to me, that's really, it's messed up because it's a default. Like, it's really just an excuse for right now because there is no games that we can see in the future for Xbox coming out.
Marco, bro. But it's like, yeah, exactly what process. Like it's a filler. To me, it looks like a filler. I mean, I don't. To be honest with you, let's keep it 100. Had Microsoft had all these killing ass first party titles or exclusive titles, I don't even think we would have been seeing these great services.
I don't.
Like,
I disagree.
I feel like we still would have.
I disagree.
I just feel like
you think we would have seen.
It wouldn't have been in the forefront. It wouldn't have been the first.
Let me combine some stuff. The sale. All right, so we could have possibly seen the services like not the games with gold, because games with gold they always offer games with games with gold. But I'm talking about as far as this service of offering the Windows. No. But I'm saying like as far as remember the Xbox Play Anywhere where Microsoft games can now be played. I didn't think that. I don't think if they were in this position that was going to happen.
I'll tell you why.
You saying if Microsoft was still on top, they was number one.
If they were number one on top, I don't think that whole you pay for one game and you're able to play it on Windows 10 and Microsoft and Xbox.
I do.
I don't think that was going to happen.
I do because okay. So first of all,
I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle with you, but I'll let Chase explain.
So
go ahead, Chase. Yeah.
If you really think Microsoft, they don't really do hardware. Like the Xbox is their exception. With a lot of the times they start out with hardware, it ends up turning into a service. What was that called? There was an MP3 player. This was
Sony, man.
The Zune.
Zune.
So the Zune was actually better than the iPod because it played every kind of file. Every kind of file. But the iPod was so popular, right, that the Zune just didn't work. So they got rid of that, and then they came out with a Zune service, and then they came out with another service that ended up on the Xbox. They are more interested in selling software. I think the Xbox itself, because everybody knows, if you don't know, then we'll just tell you again, these companies don't really make money selling consoles. It's only like $8 a machine, and a lot of times they're selling consoles at a loss. So they're making their money on the back end. So since Microsoft typically does software, like think about it, even with all the PCs and stuff, they'll let you make whatever PC you want. They're just going to sell you Microsoft Windows, Microsoft Office, and then any other software services. This Xbox thing is kind of not really what they do. I do feel like they possibly would have did this. Maybe it would have got rolled out later and not so soon if they were doing better as far as beating PlayStation. But I do think that they would have done that regardless, just because of the way they operate their company. They don't really do hardware like that. If you really like, people can't name 3 pieces of hardware that Microsoft still does besides the Xbox.
No, you got that. My biggest thing was, initially when Microsoft was coming out, they seemed like they were positive, like confident in the services that they were putting out. After that decline, and we noticed that these games, people got into the resolution thing, everything got fucking disgusting after a while. When you noticed that PlayStation had the exclusive, PlayStation sales were on the rise, you didn't think for one second that they came up with half of these services as one of those like, all right, we got to try to get back, because remember, they had certain games exclusive partnerships. Now Dead Rising is coming out on PS4. Rise of the Tomb Raider is now coming out on PS4. Mass Effect is coming out on PS4. These games aren't selling well on Microsoft. So all this together isn't doing the best on Microsoft compared to PlayStation. I feel like some of these services, with the exception of how you explained it, we're like one of those like what do you think as they got together and just thought about what we should do in services, like I think that came because of that reason. I don't think that Xbox Play Anywhere was something they were going to always do. I think it was because they pushed the whole gaming on Windows and then try to say, listen, if you buy our exclusive games, you can then also play it for free. Basically, you're getting a free game. I don't think they did that because they knew they were on top.
I'm with you. That's why I said
I don't disagree with you.
That's why I said
I know.
Yeah, that's why I said I half agree, because when you behind, you try to do anything possible to come back. So I guarantee you Microsoft has been paying a lot more attention to podcasts. They've been paying attention to more articles and seeing what people wanted and actually going out there. If Sony was behind, they'd be doing the same exact thing. But because they on top, the same way EA is on top, like Madden. Madden is on top no matter what, because they have no competition. So they can get away with doing whatever blasphemy that they want, because who going to tell them not to? Nobody.
One more thing. I agree. One more thing. What did Microsoft do when they first started that Sony had to answer back in their little funny, goofy trailer? How can you game share?
ERM.
Yeah.
They handed you the game, right, as one of their little promotional trailers. Microsoft had no intent in trying to allow people to trade games with each other, to sell games back. They wanted you to install their games, and they said there was no possible way of backwards compatibility working on their system.
Shit, they was telling you there was no possible way you could take your game out the system and bring it to your friend's house and play it. Like they,
you know what I'm saying?
But, even though Sony was doing the same thing, they just didn't.
No, of course. But since we're I'm saying exactly. But that's what comes back to, like, I do think the backwards compatible came because they're trying to answer with at least something.
They are,
you know.
But think about this. So when we're talking about games that's going to appear on this Xbox Game Pass, right? 100 games, cool. Let's consider the games that's going to be on there. 9 out of 10 times, if somebody was to go out and buy those games that are going to show up on there, it's going to be a used copy, which means Microsoft will get no money from any of those copies being sold.
I don't deny that. Yeah.
I'm saying it would make sense. Maybe they are doing this because they losing bad.
Yeah, I think they are.
I think, there's some truth to that. I just think maybe it would have been later. I do think at some point this was a service that they had planned on rolling out, because you can't just come out with a service like this out of nowhere without having this at least planned for a little bit.
Bro, we're 3 years in.
Hold on.
I know
the new dude. But like the old nigga was telling us we couldn't do that.
That's true.
So like maybe he came in with the plan. Yeah. Right. Maybe he came in with the plan and was like, yeah, let's do this. Because remember what was the old dude's name?
Don Matrick. He went to Zynga.
Don Matrick was talking about selling Xbox. I remember the gaming part. Like they was like really focused on PCs at one point. So maybe he had no intentions of doing anything. And maybe when the new dude came in and pulled, was like, look, bro, nah, we about to reshape this. Because let's be honest, he's definitely turned Xbox around.
People be shitting on Phil Spencer. I would love to have him. If I was an Xbox dude, I would be happy to have him on my team, dog. Straight up, because the Xbox would not be where it is if he wasn't on. If he didn't take control over after Don Matrick left. Because
he became the face of Xbox.
Don't have no. Well, I ain't gonna say we, but I don't think PlayStation has nobody like that. Like they don't.
No,
gotta do that.
The problem with PlayStation is they got several people, but they're not. I don't even know a specific person, like Prof said, who's like the face of PlayStation right now. So who has to answer to everything? I don't even pay attention to that. But I know Phil Spencer.
Everybody always types in Yoshida, but like that's like nobody knows.
He caters more to the Japanese though. Honest, the Japanese market. Like he does a lot of their promotion.
Man, Phil Spencer plays games. He talks about games.
Right. Like we don't. PlayStation don't have. You don't know the fact that we as gamers, and we're beyond gamers because we're in depth into it. Don't know who PlayStation's dude is or Nintendo's. Lets you know how focused they are.
When I think of Nintendo, I always think of the president, the one dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we don't know nobody else. We don't know their spokesperson, but we know Phil Spencer.
That's because they don't mess with us. That's why they don't mess with the community. Nintendo on that.
Right.
I mean, I just think, like, getting back to what I was saying. So, with these games that's going to show up on this service, 9 out of 10 times somebody would buy it used. This is a way for them to make potentially $120 a year off of somebody, which would be a lot more than they would make because most people would have bought those games used. They don't see one dime off of those used games. So, and then here's the other thing. They I just want to say this real quick. These services, they don't make a lot of money from the people like that go in and download 5-6 games a month. They really make their money off the guy that pays $10 a month and just hardly ever uses the service. Like me having fucking Mario Kart and 2 other games that I don't even know what they are that I've had from GameFly for over a year. GameFly.
What you just said?
Yeah. What?
You basically said the service thing, right? My bad.
Yeah.
Damn, that worries me though.
Why?
Because that goes back to what's in our article today is the PlayStation shit.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Damn, son.
Propsy, I know you was about to say something.
Nah, like Mark said something that I actually agree with him, right? Like he was like Call of Duty hurt Xbox. And I agree with that because Xbox 360, that's what it was, Call of Duty. Like them niggas was all promoting it everywhere, Super Bowl, MLG, all that. And the moment they was getting it like months first, like a month ahead of time. And the moment that switched, And I ain't gonna say that's the sole reason, but the moment that switched, you don't see them pro players talking about Xbox One no more. You see them all on PS4s. That's also helping promote buying the system because, of course, people emulate what they see. So if they see their favorite YouTuber playing on a PS4, they're gonna go out and buy a PS4, beg their parents for a PS4. So I actually do agree with you, Mark. Like Call of Duty definitely.
That was a good point.
Xbox.
That was a good ass fucking point.
A lot of shit hurt Xbox, and most of it they
They
did to themselves.
you know what? Another thing was I think was their release when they first came out, they were $100 more because you had to pay for the Connect.
Yep. All that.
A lot of people don't really look at that, but that $100.
They were promoting
$100,
cable.
yo.
They were promoting cable on the Xbox One, and we barely seen any games. They had 2 conferences. They mentioned 2 games, and Dead Rising 4, Rise on the Run,
also
with cable services.
And even to add to that, Xbox, their whole marketing strategy at first was, this is your one and all entertainment system. Like, where the games at? Like, so no, they wanted to focus on being able to Netflix.
Let's not get too off time. Marco, you're an Xbox dude, ain't you?
Yes, I am.
Come in here.
That's why he quiet.
Don't let them do that, man. What do you
I'm just
think
sitting here listening.
What do you think about the Game Pass and what Barry just said right there? Because Barry trying to shit. You know what I'm saying? I see what Barry.
No.
I'm just playing.
Now, for one, the Game Pass is a phenomenal idea. It's like Spotify and all them services that people just buy and use when they want to use it. And I would be one of those people that would get it day one because for one, too busy to play games and buy new games all the time. So I can't just drop that 60 and then have that game sitting there for like 2-3 months when I could have used that money on something else. So this would be perfect for somebody like me where I can download the game, play it for however long I need to play it and get it over with. But yeah, I ain't gonna just keep sitting here trying to shit on Xbox like Xbox did something wrong. Because for one, like I try to tell everybody when they try to argue with me about PlayStation is better than Xbox. PlayStation, if I got it correct, was on the edge of bankrupt before the PlayStation 4 came up. And they started getting rid of like the DVD players and like all the other equipment that they was making.
You talking about Sony?
Don't get it.
Yes,
don't get it twisted.
We got to do PlayStation versus Xbox. We can't do Microsoft.
Hold on.
Let him finish. Let him finish. I want to hear this.
No, but they was doing that for the release of the PlayStation.
Okay.
So that they had more money to put into the PlayStation.
Okay.
Because the PlayStation was their last hope to stay in the space.
Okay. So that makes so whatever company has more money is better then? That's what you're saying?
I'm not saying it's better, but they have more opportunity.
That's the only
Call of Duty the best, MB.
Yeah, that's the only reason you gave in to defend your argument about why Xbox is better. Why else, in your opinion? Because we don't give a shit. I want to know why you, because I know you're an Xbox dude. And we don't have a whole lot of pro.
Hold on. And first of all, I've always been a Sony dude because I never had an original Xbox One. But Xbox 360, I played way more than I touched my PS3. Xbox
Most people did.
Xbox 360 was a god.
Except me.
But the majority of people that were Xbox 360 dudes went over to the PlayStation because Xbox was on that hootenanny or whatnot.
Right.
On that bullshit in the beginning.
So why else, Marco? So sell people an Xbox. Go ahead.
I can't sell nobody an Xbox.
Sell them. No. Why else do you think Xbox is better?
Well, if you can tell them why it's better because they got more money, you got to be able to tell other reasons why.
Yeah.
For me, back with the 360, it was more like straight community based, and when it came over to the Xbox One, I bought it because that's where everybody was still at when it first came out. But then everybody switched over to PlayStation, and now pretty much most of the gaming community is on PlayStation, so it lost that feel of community on Xbox. So
sound like you selling them niggas a PS4.
I am.
Yeah.
I am because if Xbox could find a way to get that community back that they had on the 360, then the Xbox One I would feel would be better than the PlayStation.
Can I answer back?
But what you're saying right now is it's not.
Right now, no, it's not. But
I want to answer
So
something.
you know you just.
I mean, to me, there's no
I
right
know
or
I
wrong
fucked up.
answer.
I know I did.
You just exposed yourself, right?
Yeah, right. Because it's like when it's all said and done, there's no right or wrong answer. It's really based off of what you prefer to play on. The majority of people went to Xbox. Majority of people from 360 went to PS4 because it was a lot more simplistic. Xbox One, the very beginning, because I think we all had one. Bro, I couldn't even figure out how to go to the settings menu because it was so complicated. There were so many wrong things in the very beginning. Like, we wanted the 360 with better graphics.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted, was a 360 with better graphics. And that's not how it turned out to be in the very beginning.
Can I answer back?
What are you answering?
I can answer back. No, because I remember when he said something about Sony going bankrupt. So it wasn't. No, you're right, because it was Sony Network Entertainment, in which how they answered that was the PlayStation 4 actually helped them out. Like, I would say 100% helped them out in sales. But god damn, y'all hear that shit loud?
See, the train don't want to hear your bullshit, Ricky. That's what
Yo, that is fucked up, right? Nah, but I think the big part was that PlayStation helped out. They made back a lot of the money. They went from 14 billion over to 19 billion dollars, whatever. Sony Entertainment, Sony Network Entertainment had to give up a lot of different games, like for example H1. But the problem is, see, where Microsoft fucked up is, remember, they got Bill Gates behind everything. When Microsoft got involved and Xbox was like a complete fail at one point, they had to lay off 18,000 people to make up for the money that they've wasted on the Xbox One services. So you can look that up right now. They had to lay off 18,000 people to make up the money that they've lost.
Are you reading?
I'm looking at you guys right now.
You on Google right now, acting like you just had these facts in your head, fam. It look like you reading.
We did a pot. All right, so if you go back to GMG, like one of the episodes before the hundreds, we did a show where we talked about how Microsoft laid off 18,000 people.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, remember they used to clown on Sony all the time about letting people go and dropping studios and stuff.
They laid off 18,000. It's no, I mean, in both sides it's fucked up. But like, they laid off 18,000 people to make off and all that other shit that they've wasted. But I think on Sony's end too, yeah, we got saved from the PlayStation, bro. That PlayStation 4 saved like Sony, because they were 80% in
it
depth.
Also saved Microsoft too.
Say it again.
Man,
so it also saved Microsoft too.
Because we would be
because if Sony was gone, Microsoft system would be $800 right now.
And
nobody else competing with them.
What you gonna do?
And like, we also like this. We got to start doing PS4 versus Xbox One versus Sony versus Microsoft, because Sony made all their money off like
PlayStation Plus.
And right. Well, no, I'm saying like to get to the point that they got now, like they made all their money off like Walkmans, TVs, and stuff like that. Like, when we talking about systems, we just going against one versus the other. We got to stop putting it, because Microsoft is its own entity. It makes so much more money off everything other than their game sales. It's ridiculous.
That's what I was saying. That's because they do software,
right?
Like,
do
they
everything else.
Everybody
it's not like they in charge because of Xbox 360 or Xbox One. It's because of everything else that they do behind the scene.
Let's well, so I say all that to say thumbs up to the Xbox Game Pass. They also going to have an Xbox Live Creators Program where you can get your games published or integrated into the Xbox Live so people can play them. It's going to be a much better quality than this fucking Steam Greenlight, but that's also good. Yeah, so
chat is funny.
Yo, I'm reading that shit right now, dog.
What happened?
He said Ricky Rob's bodegas for honey buns.
Yo, tell me it's the frosted ones. Them things is horrible with the frosting on them.
That shit is gross. Why would I get that one, man?
Bro, I ain't seen the chocolate ones ever, bro.
I never seen.
I seen the ones.
They was in jail one time, bro. I wasn't in jail. My older brother was, but we went to go visit them. They had them hoes, and I ain't never seen them again, bro.
Chocolate honey one?
Yes,
yo,
bro. But no, the frosting on top was.
I never seen that, my G.
That's what I'm saying, yo. I never seen
that. Shit was like the best thing I've ever had.
I like the white frosted ones, though. Y'all ain't gonna talk about the white ones like that, yo.
He said, I got a pack right now.
So it's only right. Xbox, I give Xbox 2 thumbs up for their Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? We've been shitting on PlayStation Now from the beginning, like,
because it's the dumbest shit ever. Because they making you stream.
If it was cheaper, bro. If it was cheaper,
they could keep it 20. Why are you streaming it?
The service should never have even existed if they was going to do it the way they did it. The shit is ass. The whole idea was good, but the execution was buns, fam. But let's not get
They
too off
promote
track.
the shit
I
out
think
of
they
it.
did that because they stole it from Xbox. Don't you remember Microsoft was trying to buy the service, and then Sony
What was
swiped
it?
it. And then once they
Gacast
got it, they was
servers or
like,
whatever.
yeah.
Like
Then they
$300
was
million
like,
or some shit.
right. And then they didn't know what to do with it once they bought it. And they was like, yo, what was Microsoft gonna do with it?
Let's
Like,
have people
it's
play
fucked up.
Saints Row 1 for $7.99 for 12 hours. That's a good
I
idea.
can buy that shit for
Like,
two.
that's-
I can buy that shit for
Hold
2
on,
cents
hold
on
on.
Amazon.
Plus the
And
20. Don't get it too.
Oh,
You
yeah,
gotta pay
and I'm
for
glad-
the 20, and then you gotta pay for the game. Some of the games too.
Yep.
I'm so glad you said that, bro. A lot of people don't even know PlayStation Now, yo. So like they have the subscription, and then they have those list of games,
And you still
but
gotta
there
pay.
are other games that are that you have to pay for separately. Like what?
And it's a
$29.99
rental. You don't
for
own those games.
Ninja Gaiden was $29.99 for 60 days, B.
And you can go buy the shit from Amazon for
Plus the extra
$5.
20 that you gotta pay a
$11.
month.
So anyway, I want to get people's opinions on this because once Xbox games started showing up on PC, and I was one of these people. If your game is on more than one platform, the term exclusive is out of here. Don't start throwing buzzwords in like console exclusive, Microsoft. Fuck that shit. If I can go somewhere else and get something, it's not exclusive. Street Fighter's not exclusive. No Man's Sky is not exclusive. All right, I said that.
Nobody give a fuck about that anyway.
No, nobody. We gonna get to them in a minute because these motherfuckers about that bullshit. But
Yeah, facts.
PlayStation Now is going to be playable on PC. You'll be able to play the games from PlayStation Now on PC. Now,
It already is. Right?
well,
Yeah,
there's
there's some
PS4
that-
games on there too, though. So, PlayStation Now service hasn't changed in the way it works. It's still a stream service. Can't download the games. You can only play them on the PlayStation stream service. Now, with the Xbox Play Anywhere, it's literally you get the game. It's not part of a streaming service. Now, a lot of people are saying that it's the same thing, and I can't be mad at them because some of these games are going to be playable. It might be God of War 3, so they're going to say God of War is not exclusive no more because I can play it on PC and PlayStation Now. Do y'all agree with that? I don't really have an opinion because I can understand both arguments. But
I mean, as
you're not
long
going to
as
say it's
it's
the
not,
same. It's not the same, but it
as
kind
long
of
as it's not Horizon and the newer games that are coming out, I don't see an issue with it. Like
right.
to say a PS3 game is no longer exclusive. So nigga, like who cares? Like it's mainly about
right.
is God of War 4 going to be on there? Is the new Uncharted going to be on there? Is Last of Us 2 going to be on there? If not, then no.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Prof 100% on that. I was thinking about it, and then when he said, I'm like, yeah, I really want to give a fuck, like, cause those games are like 2-3 years old and beyond. So it's like at that point, it's like, so what?
It still sucks, but I mean, it's whatever. Because
I mean, it's better for PC things. I mean, it's more of a reason.
no,
not
like,
to
we
play
benefited
it.
off of it.
Nobody knows what PlayStation Now is. Nobody's playing that shit. Put it on PC.
No.
Put it on the
No, but
Switch. Put it outside. Nobody's playing that. Put it on every platform. The shit is ass, man.
Yo, listen.
Didn't they
the
just
worst
say you
part
can start
about it-
streaming now, something like that?
Wait, what?
You can start streaming off of it or something like that. I was reading.
It's a
You've been
streaming
able to
service.
do that.
No, I mean
that's
like
what
you can
I'm
actually
saying.
stream gameplay or something.
You've been
like
able to
that. I
stream
think I was reading.
You was
Oh,
always able to do that. That shit was garbage, but
remote play
the-
or whatever. Is that what
yeah, but the worst thing about it is if you have PlayStation Now on your PS4, because I've tried out the trial on PC. If you have the PlayStation Now service on PS4, you can't sign into your PlayStation Now on your PC, and you have to repay again. That's garbage.
Oh, for real?
That's
So you have to
fine.
spend a
Yeah,
whole
because I
separate
signed in, and it
I
let me
use a
do
whole
a
different
trial.
account. Fuck that. No, I already.
I'm not gonna use it. Period. I'm not
That's
streaming.
cool.
I'm
Wow.
not. Yo, that shit crazy. Like when I try to stream the game, I have like before I got my whole internet upgrade, my shits look pixelated as fuck. I was like, yo, is this how PS3 used to look? Then I'm like, nah, man, my bandwidth is garbage compared to this shit. Then when I fixed my shit, I was like, wow, I feel bad for a lot of people, man, who have, regular internet connection with several devices at home. That shit is not gonna work for you, yo. That's a bullshit service. Fuck that.
What you
Good.
I just want to throw something in there. If you got EA access, don't you have to pay for Origin access too, though?
Yep.
So anyway, I can understand as an Xbox.
If it was a good
dude,
service, people would love it. But
yeah.
it's all it is Xbox fanboys like, aha, your games are no longer exclusive on PS3 anymore. Like, so nigga, like, where your games at, nigga?
I don't think those exclusive games are coming to PlayStation.
And here's the other thing, and I don't want to get too far off topic. Exclusives do not make consoles sell the way they sell. It may help if there's a bundle because they include the game. Why do people?
But that's the ad though.
But why do people? Right? Why do people think that people go out and buy games because of exclusives like that? We do. We're fucking nerds. Nobody on the street knows what exclusives is for the most part. But that's not why. Multiplats help people being being on a console. That's what sells it. No fucking exclusives. Go look at Sony's exclusive sales. They have 53 million consoles sold, and they have a ton of exclusives. They put out like 4 or 5 already in the first quarter of this year. But you don't see those games selling like millions and millions.
They only get.
Would the Wii be the only exception?
That's what I said.
They don't have multiplats.
They don't got multiplats.
They don't got no choice.
They have no choice.
But you mean Wii or Wii U?
No,
I mean, he meant the Wii.
The
original Wii.
The DS. I mean, literally Pokemon and Fire.
Those are sellers.
Right. Those are system sellers.
It's a small ass group
of
people.
They can get away with it. Wait, you ain't gonna act like the DS sales ain't rivaling the Wii and the Wii U. Well, not Wii, but the Wii U sales. Like the motherfuckers are still selling like ridiculous.
No, last time I checked, I thought the DS sales were higher than.
100 million?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is.
They're higher than the
DS sales are like really high. Yeah, I think it might be.
I bought an Xbox One for Sunset Overdrive. I like that damn game.
Yeah,
I mean, I ain't gonna say I bought it for Sunset, but that was definitely the number one game I wanted to play.
I bought the bundle, because I wanted that game. Yeah. When I first laid eyes on that, I was like, "Oh, this shit look good." I mean, you know, it was an average game. It was a good game, but it was an average game. It was pure fun.
Yeah, yo, you just mentioned Sunset.
154 million.
God. You just said Sunset, right? Sunset Overdrive. Doesn't that shit suck? Like you look like going back to the old Xbox shit. How Insomniac now became for Spider-Man. I don't know. I think it might be timed exclusive or it may not be.
Hold on,
but they switched over.
Why does timed exclusives? Why is that a thing? Either it's exclusive or it's multiplayer.
I don't know. Isn't Spider-Man an exclusive for Sony?
It was, but if it's that time, shit is dumb. Nobody.
I think that's Sony.
Who does that help?
No, but no. My point was that they left the whole Microsoft exclusivity thing to join PlayStation because they had Sunset Overdrive. Remember?
Ratchet and Clank
they did.
Too, though.
Yeah, I know. And then
I just wanted to throw this.
What?
The 3DS is literally the only system that can get away with doing that. Like what we was just talking about. That all has 65 million, so yeah, it has 65, and nobody's buying Call of Duty on 3DS. They buying Pokemon and Zelda and all them Fire Emblem and stuff like that. So handhelds are the only things that can get away with that.
Right. Well, not the Vita.
Yeah.
It's just a
bro, I'm looking at the top list. I don't even see the Vita on here, bro. Oh, here it is. It's 4 million. Well, bro, the Vita is still below the Dreamcast.
Don't forget, Sony was working on a new handheld, so we're probably going to see.
I didn't realize that Nintendo DS
we talked about that.
About to sell more than the PS4.
Oh, you know what? I do
3
remember
weeks ago,
seeing that on a podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Let's laugh at these motherfuckers here. If everybody remembers No Man's Sky. Well, some of y'all don't even know what it is. No Man's Sky. The dude Sean Murray lied to everybody for 3 years. Then the game came out, and this dude just disappeared from the internet. Right? All right. Good riddance. Where he at though? I'll tell you where he is. This dude came back, and he's launching an initiative called Hello Labs that is supposed to support small developers. This dude is asking for how much money? I don't even think it's on here. The dude is asking.
You better ask us for our prayers.
This dude is asking for people to donate to some whatever that some initiative that he's running. Sean Murray.
He asked for money so he can P Diddy developers. Yo,
let's call it what it is, bro. Niggas nowadays is getting real bold, b. Like because didn't we just talk about 2 weeks ago a no name people asking for like what was it like 8 mil or something like that?
Oh yeah, for that weak ass.
Oh, and they raised like 5,000.
Yeah, bro. Like, and then this and that's a new beginner. That's somebody trying to come in the game trying to get this money. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got a well-known failed tragedy. Yeah, he's begging for money.
Still,
Yeah, niggas is
Bro,
bold, bro.
he took money.
got an
and
initiative
he
service.
took people's money and got up out of there, though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
He got the bread and bounced.
My man's
It's really fucked up.
Yeah,
And
this
then
man is bold,
then got
bro.
drunk and tweeted. It was a big mistake. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yo, you know who's bold? This is totally off topic. I swear to God, you can't make this shit up. I went to Whole Foods. Don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? I go down Whole Foods, fam. I'm in Whole Foods parking lot.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Whole Foods is they prices on the chicken is fire anyway. I'm in the parking lot. I'm getting ready to leave. There's always one or two people asking people for money. Now, I always give homeless people money. If I'm close to like a restaurant, I'll take them to get something to eat. I really don't like
Yeah,
giving them money.
I do the same thing.
You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna lie.
If you want to go buy drugs with it, that's your burden, not mine. But that person might really need help. So look, I swear to God, I'm in the parking lot. Dude's like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really eat today. And I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'll go give you a couple dollars. I was gonna give him $10, you know what I'm saying? So you know what this dude said to me? This dude said, if you can get me a 20, that'll be a blessing. I said, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? How you gonna ask somebody for $20 in the parking lot of Whole Foods? Like, he almost talked his way out of getting no bread. Like, I'm about to give you $10 of my money. You know what I'm saying? Cause I never keep cash on me. So I had to go to the ATM. ATM was right like around the corner. It was fine. So I was like, yeah, hold on, I'll be right back. He like, you get a 20, that'll be a blessing. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with it. He ain't get no 20 off me. I shouldn't have gave him shit. That was bold as fuck.
You too
I
nice for
ain't
giving
gonna
out
lie, bro.
$10.
Because like
that's a lot.
I do the same thing too. Like if I have cash on me and like we going out like somewhere to eat or something, and I see somebody, you know, I be like, yo, Diamond, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Throw him a little something. Because I hate seeing that.
I don't do that shit. Nope. I don't support people's habits, man. Fuck out of
He
here.
said it would be a blessing. It would be a motherfucking blessing, yo. Fuck out my face.
That nigga did say, yo, God said he gonna send you to heaven if you give me this 20 though, real quick.
Yo, I gave him the $10. He said,
Yo,
may
this
God
10
bless you.
is nice, but I can only get a few McChickens with it, bro. 20 McChickens
Shit,
would be
you
real
get
better.
yo, right? 20 McChickens, fam. He'll be lit for about 40.
Yo, my man basically just asked you for a pack of cigarettes and some McDonald's.
Man, he asked me for 2 crack rocks and a double cheeseburger. That's what he
Hey,
$20, bro.
That crack rock's definitely going for 5.
Shit, goddamn. All right, we got a little bit off track. I blame myself. Probably, you got any rumors in the news for us today, bro?
I got a few little tidbits. The only thing is Drawn to Death. I talked about this 2 weeks ago, but it's actually coming next month for free to the PS4 if you got PlayStation Plus. If not, it's $20. For those of you that don't know what it is, I think the creator of was it God of War and Twisted Metal? Yeah,
Whoa,
he's the one that created this game. Yeah, the Drawn to Death games created both of those. And this third person just shoot 'em up brawl and like an arena style gameplay. It's really fun, really cool. And then Gearbox is saying that they are open to making a Bulletstorm 2. I don't know if y'all remember the first Bulletstorm. It was cute. But,
Bulletstorm 2? Wasn't that at PAX?
Yeah, it was a big ass.
It was already, they were playing
Oh,
it
it
at
is?
PAX.
Game,
Oh,
yeah.
the game looked really good.
It looked good though.
I'm gonna get that
They
with the
just
Xbox
literally
Game
just-
Pass, yo. Hopefully soon.
Come on.
Not 2.
Yeah, I like Bulletstorm 1 was cool, but it wasn't like, I mean, the greatest. Like I didn't need a part 2 to that game at all. And then I'll have more a little later.
Okay.
A little bit more too.
So people been waiting. Last week we didn't get a chance to do the show on account of my situation, but the Nintendo Switch has arrived.
Taz.
I have mine.
Next.
Now I was a noob. Okay, I accidentally ordered the gray, and then when I went back to get the neon, it was out in 10 minutes. I went back 10 minutes later to change, and it said nah, bruh, in the cart. I couldn't even get it. So I have
Said nah, bro.
in the cart, fam. That shit said on Amazon, dog. But I want to talk about the Switch. I paid
Hold the
what,
floor.
$300, and I got Zelda. First of all, the games are so damn small. Where's that case at? The case, I swear to God, the
Big
case
as hell.
is huge. And in the game, I mean, people should know this already. We're late. The games are. This is the game. This is Zelda right here. This shit is tiny. Like,
Can I challenge you to something?
matter of fact, I gotta.
Can I challenge you?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yo, lick the cartridge,
No,
bro.
I ain't licking it, fam. You're not gonna do that. No, you're
You
not.
know
I'm not
they're
doing
doing
that,
it, right?
Yo,
Hell,
my
I
man
know what it
did
is.
that. I'm like, bro,
I'm not
what's
licking
the
it.
purpose of that?
I'm not licking
bro?
it. I mean, you
Yo,
eat
you
ass.
know what they did to it,
You
bro?
eat ass, so it's nothing for
It's-
you to lick the cartridge, though, Ricky, because you already eating ass.
Nah. This ain't that type of ass.
No,
though.
go
They
ahead and
put
lick
this
it.
shit
You already eat ass. It's nothing for you to lick the cartridge live.
Nah,
Go ahead.
real shit. Look.
Bro,
My
lick
bad
it.
for
You
cutting
eat
off,
ass,
though.
fam.
Nah, look, I eat ass. So what? I eat ass, man. I'm proud, man.
So-
He
So-
said, lick the cartridge, nigga. You eat ass, nigga. That's nothing. That's walk hard for you,
Oh,
nigga.
listen, I'm proud of my ass eating opportunities. Listen, I'm saying they added the shit that they put on fingernails so kids don't lick their nails and shit. This is to prevent kids from licking nails or dogs from biting it.
I need you to
Shock.
demo this. Demo
Damn
it.
it. Did I?
Yeah, demo it, bro.
So what, like,
Chat
because
gonna have-
dude,
but the
used
chat's
to
gonna have
do
to hit some
shit
likes,
that
though.
he did.
Yeah, hey, matter of fact, if y'all leave a like on the podcast, hold on, how many likes we got now?
311.
Everybody spam one in the chat if you want Ricky to
No,
lick this
don't
cartridge.
spam. No, spam a like in the chat.
If you want
We about to make this a gift.
We got there's 300
What's
likes that I see. Let me refresh this because that can't be.
Nah,
it.
Chase got to do it too. Yo, Chase, you not doing it, bro?
I don't need ass. That's not real. That's not about. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if we get to 1,000, 500 likes, Ricky's gonna eat. He gonna lick the cartridge.
Say he gonna eat it.
I was gonna say. I was about to say if we get to 1,000 likes, Ricky's gonna eat ass.
Hey, bro, if I eat ass, I can eat anything, cuz. I'm good.
That doesn't really help people that you may be trying to convince that that's okay when you say that.
Yo, them lights going high as hell. Bro.
Listen, I be getting DMs. Yo, my man, it's the first time I ever did it. Yo, that shit was cool. I'm like, yeah, nigga, exposed, bruh.
Yo, the lights is going crazy, right? You got UFO
Five-
100.
It just went from 310 to 399.
Oh, y'all was
06,
500.
Ricky.
500 likes, Ricky.
shit, we got
Ricky's gonna lick-
700 people in here. Y'all make it a 700. Chase gonna lick that shit too. Pause.
Oh man, that shit is funny,
Fuck it.
bro.
We get to 1,000, I'll lick it.
Bro, it just went from 3.
You said 1,000?
We get 1,000 likes, I'll lick the
700
cartridge.
people here.
1,000 likes, and I'll do it.
750 people in here. 250. Yeah.
Extra 250. Nigga about to make it count.
Why you gotta be 1,000? Why can't it be like 600?
That guy-
Because I said
lick.
1,000, because I don't eat ass,
That's
fam.
what-
They getting ready to have me do some wild
Yo, you
shit.
said
Somebody
1,000 people lick the cartridge.
Chase with the
Yeah.
you dig, bro.
Yo, I'm
Somebody
about to
about
see where you
do
buy
stuff.
likes. I'm about to buy likes right
What's
now.
that
Nah,
shit called, bro?
We almost found.
what
That's
is
a damn shame. This is what we
like-
got to do, guys. I'm hurt.
like-
What is this that niggas be doing, bro? They be watching a reaction. Somebody about to do a reaction to Chase. Black guy licks Nintendo cartridge.
I know, because I really didn't see. I think Andre did it. Andre the Black Nerd. I think he did it. Did he do it? Anybody watch him?
Yeah,
Nigga.
I think he did. I just heard it tastes like
Did
shit.
did Lamar Wilson do it too? Maybe.
I don't know.
I like those guys.
I forgot who else did it, but
500, Ricky.
oh really? It's 500.
All right, you know what?
Come on, man. I go first. I go first. You go next.
Bro.
All right.
I go first. Let's see if it's true. I don't know if it's true. Want me to do it? All right.
Good.
3, 2.
Hey, fam.
Yo.
I did the Bean Boozle challenge. This is light.
Yo,
All right.
my G. Look
All right, look,
that shit.
600. Yeah, it ain't 1,000 people in here. 600. 600.
Oh, boy, that shit is real.
We have
Somebody
550.
gift that real quick, bruh.
Is it really that bad?
Yo, I swear to God, that shit is nasty, dog.
Bro, I did the Bean Boozle challenge. Yo, that shit's way worse, fam. I ate dog food, jelly beans.
Shut up. Like,
I-
Nah, dog, that shit tastes like shit. It
I
does.
saw that. Hey,
Yo,
Prof, I saw that, dog.
yeah, slick. I peep game, bruh. I peep game.
Well, what he do?
I got water right here, so I'm just gonna tell you right now.
I don't got no water on me.
I do,
I'm about to say, because if you could do the Bean Boozle challenge, eat boogers and earwax,
and
there
I
ain't
got
no way in
I gotta
hell.
get ready to do another Bean Boozle soon because my cousin hit me up like, yo, we gotta
Bro, I'd
do
rather
it.
eat that.
580. We getting close.
Now, real talk, you know what it
600.
tastes? It does taste like that fingernail shit. That shit's so fucking nasty.
Oh, so it ain't so.
It's metal though, ain't it? Ain't it supposed to?
No. The thing that they put on fingernails for people like not to bite their nails, they have like a garlic one, or they got one that similar to what you just said, like a metal thing, but it has like such a bad taste, bro.
What if I lick this and my game don't work no more?
Well, you'll be goofy if you lick the actual part that the little metal shit.
What-
You gotta
what
lick
part
it
did you- what part did you lick?
You're supposed to lick though, ain't it?
right here.
Oh, I
No, I thought
you
you were supposed to lick the actual metal part because the dude in the video licked the whole
You're gonna break
thing.
a game, nah.
Oh, the dude in the video licked the whole thing.
This
B.
shit is going to be.
Did he play the game after?
I have no clue.
All right, we almost at 600, and we gotta do. This is what we gotta do to get likes. I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I feel.
Niggas gotta lick games.
People gotta lick video games.
Y'all here looking like thirsty Instagram girls, yo. Doing it for the likes, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good.
Dude got
750.
598.
2 more.
Oh, there it is.
Fuck.
601, yo.
No, and you gotta do a professional ass one too. Now, no, nah.
Yo, do that again.
Nah.
Do that noise again real quick.
Man, suspect, yo. Come on.
How that shit?
Yo, somebody play that.
You sound like you got ass.
Are you drinking water before,
You got
yo?
water though. That's not fair, bro. How that shit taste, bro?
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta.
Yo,
redo it.
Nintendo really did that, bro.
I need some milk, yo. I need
Is it
some
that
milk.
bad?
It's it.
Bro, I think I might have. No, my problem was I'm goofy. I did that and like swallowed my saliva and then ended up trying to spit some of that shit out. That shit's nasty.
What it tastes like, yo?
I mean, it doesn't taste like it don't taste like ass or like it don't. You know what I'm saying? It tastes like there's a chemical on here.
That's what they put so that dogs and kids will spit it out.
Yeah, imagine licking nail
that.
polish or nail polish remover.
Oh shit,
Nail
that's
polish
like
remover.
hella strong.
Yeah,
So it's like real strong.
yeah. It's what certain people put on their nails to
man,
prevent.
that shit ain't going
Because I have,
away,
like,
bro.
Yo, look how little compared that shit is. Like it's literally almost the size of a fucking quarter, dude. That shit is mad little. So
He said he needs some milk.
yeah, I'm good now. But like an idiot, I licked it and went. Oh, I should never swallow. That shit was right there in the back of my tongue, dog.
I mean, I
Pause.
seen somebody throw up. Whoever that was, you're ridiculous. I just want to let them know whoever that was. I just licked it.
The one that I seen that the dude threw up though, what he did was he put like some flavor shit on his mouth and it ended up licking it. So he said he had like an even worse taste.
Come on,
I don't know
man.
if that actually made sense.
I ain't got a weak stomach, so it's kind of hard for me to throw up.
Nah.
All right, let's talk about the Switch though. Ricky, this is he has a Switch and he's also a first-time Zelda guy. So go ahead and talk about the Switch and you can talk about
My
Zelda.
experiences with Zelda? Or
Both, man. I mean, how does it feel to be a Switch owner? Are you actually going to play it, or is it going to end up being a novelty that you don't play a lot?
well, I put in 80 hours already on Zelda, and I'm nowhere near done. I'm probably like 15% in the game,
Wait,
and
you
the
said
reason
80?
for it. Say it again.
You said 80 hours?
Yeah, I've been playing
What?
this shit. Yo, Prof, you're gonna fuck with it. You're gonna fuck with it, bro. I'm telling you. Like me and you on the same fucking page with not being interested in Zelda from day one.
Right.
Like I could have played it. I just didn't care to. But playing this game, and it's not because this is the only game on there. Because I bought the Vita. Well, I got the Vita as a gift, and it shit sat down like the second day. But I literally been on Zelda, and I would say a lot of it has to do because there's no fast travel like all day. Like you have to literally go to certain places to unlock the fast travel. But there's so much going on for me in the game, from like going to meet different people to get different gear, doing quests and favors for other people to bring back. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this game. The whole story is about 100 years after Hyrule, I think, was destroyed, and I think
Yo,
Zelda,
hold on real quick, yo.
What's up?
Time out, bro. Not to cut you off. This nigga Marco, I just thought about that. You got a GMG shirt on?
I didn't even. How long you been sitting there with that?
I
Yo,
didn't notice
Let me
that.
Change
shit.
shirts, yo.
let me see that. Hey,
Yo, I didn't notice that until just now,
Hey,
I just made it.
shit though, right?
I just made it.
bro. Oh,
Yo, I
man,
fucking
that's
get
that's,
crazy.
hey, I fuck with that. Hey, bro,
Yo, I just seen that. I was
I
like,
ain't
wait a
even-
minute.
you
What?
just made it. Now you got a t-shirt press in there.
Yeah.
This dude.
Oh, that's
bro.
what you was talking about earlier.
I told you, when was the last time I was on? I told you I was getting that started.
This dude,
Yo,
man.
this guy.
That shit look.
My dumb ass would have sat here the whole show and didn't even see what was going on.
I
Yo,
seen
I
him do
just
something.
seen it, bro.
And I'm just
I was
like,
wait.
I thought it was
what?
nothing. Now that shit look lit, bro.
Oh, my bad, Ricky. Anyway, go ahead.
Now you could discuss all the GMG shirt stuff after if you want to, if you got anything, you know. But as far as like Legend of Zelda, like there's so that like I like the story behind of what's going on, you know. And it's your job to take out Ganon, and just I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lot of shit in this game. You know, I didn't expect it to be that good, and I think what drew me in more is for a game being on this type of like device or tablet, whatever. This game has a lot of features that games like Witcher, games, and I'm saying right now, games like Witcher, games like Horizon has. You got a day and night cycle. It has like this great ragdoll physics that I like a lot. You have to eat and all, like, you know, you scavenge for items, for food and stuff like that. You get to go to different like little community areas to sell and trade goods. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this game. I like the story a lot. So I put in 80 hours because I've been grinding to get better gear, or I've been trying to find, you know, good items, hidden items, rare items and all that. But overall, the Switch, I was able to get the I got the gray ones, right? The gray Joy-Cons, but I bought the colored ones. I pre-ordered them, and I even got a Pro controller. I'll be honest with you, their commercial's a little bit bogus because they put the Switch on the dock and make it seem like it's just seamless, like it goes right on there and you're able to play. They need to fix something because there's a lot of frame dips when you're playing on your monitor or TV. So I prefer to play this actually on a TV with the Pro controller, and I will say the Pro controller is better than the PS4 controller in my opinion. Not better than the Xbox controller.
Whoa.
This Pro controller is not the same as the Wii U's at all. I actually have a lot of comfort. You know how a lot of people change their shooting from L2 R2 to L1 and R1? The back buttons feel like L1 and R1. Like that's how close they feel, and the time to like press down is actually pretty fast. I like it a lot. It feels comfortable to me. But the biggest problem would have to be when you have this connected to a TV, there's tons of frame dips, and they need to fix that. Like the game is supposedly like 900p on a TV, but like it just glitches all the time. And for a tablet that has pixel drops, I mean, what is that thing called? Like there's a lot of dead pixels on certain people's devices. You got to be careful.
Is it screen tearing? You experience any screen tearing?
I haven't gotten any screen tear at all, but I noticed that is an LCD screen. I didn't know we still do that shit in 2017. So when you're playing outside and there's sunlight, you can't see your game. Like that's the problem. This is promoting pick up and play on the go. But if you have an LCD screen, you can't see in sunlight. So this is a problem. And then on top of that, you know, with the whole games, there's a built-in 32 gig, but I actually got a 64 gig if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, all the memory started. But this is a pointless device if you don't got no games. There's nothing on here. How you been feeling about it so far, Chase? Aside from Zelda, nothing on here, bro.
So I just want to say, from the beginning, I supported the whole idea of the Switch. I got this maybe for myself, but this is really, I'm going to probably treat this like a straight up handheld. Or when we have our game nights that we have here, where we play board games and all that shit. That's kind of what I got it for, because the kids will be here and the adults, you know what I'm saying? I got that for that. I didn't really get this to be sitting around playing it as if it was like a normal console like that. Like, honestly, Nintendo consoles never make it into my room. Every other console, I got like 2 PlayStation 3s, the original Xbox, I have PlayStation 2, I have every other console in this room, but Nintendo's consoles never make it here. That shit sits in the living room. That's literally where it belongs. The only reason this is in here is because of the podcast. So I'm not going to use it the same way everybody else is going to use it. Now, I like the Switch, but I legit need to see how it's going to be. I don't even think we need to wait a year. Maybe 9 months from now. See how excited people still are for this. I don't know if this is just a novelty or not. I feel like it's a real delicate console. I feel like if you don't have a warranty, you're going to break your Switch at some point. The buttons are like these. This shit is so tiny. Like where's the?
Wait, tiny compared to what? Because I don't like the Joy-Con controllers, to be honest with you.
I
not
don't.
A fan of
It's like everything's small, and I don't know if these had to be this small. Like the buttons on here. I really hate these back buttons are horribly placed on this actual. If you have it on your screen.
I'm not a fan of the Joy-Cons for shit.
I have not got a chance to get a Pro controller. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna just say it like this. It's your typical. If you don't really like Nintendo, I don't see if this is gonna change your mind. Straight
Well, you know what I'll say though. You see the Xbox One controller, right? Because this is actually the control. I use my Xbox One controller when I play games on PC, but you can actually use your Pro controller. I would rather use these two controllers than I never use my DualShock 4 on my PC. Like, I'm already having a problem already with the triggers on the PS4 controller because I have no other problem with the PS4 controller other than just the triggers itself on the top. But the Pro controller, I like the Pro controller a lot. The problem that I have using these, like Zelda with the Pro controller, Zelda got some weird ass button configurations.
It does.
And you can't change them.
Yeah, that's
you gotta run with like X, and X is on the top.
Yeah.
Like, I've never run with that button, bro.
Yeah.
So I have
Nobody
to run on the top.
Yeah.
But I'm
But you
talking
know
about
what?
how
It's
comforting
weird.
it is good. What?
You can't remap it either.
Do you think it's because like they've never had that like in a Zelda game ever?
Hey,
like
what?
they never
know.
has a sprint button or a jump button. Not saying that's an excuse, but I don't know. Maybe that's why.
I didn't even know they did or didn't. This
Weird.
was my first Zelda game.
I mean, but they got a jump button in Mario, and it's always A.
You're right. You're right.
It's B. No, it's B here. Like, it's weird. You could jump with B.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe.
weird. It's weird. Yeah.
It's just weird to me.
'Cause I was playing it when you had it at PAX. I don't have one.
So let me ask you a question,
Cool.
right? For the owners of the NX, because I don't have one yet, because I'm gonna wait. You know what I'm waiting for. So,
Pokemon, Mario Odyssey.
yes, sir. If this system gets the game that people want, Pokemon, a brand new Pokemon game, right? Like just a very good one, and like a 3D, maybe RPG style, multiplayer, whatever Pokemon game. Then they bring back some novelties, like a really good Star Fox. They keep bringing out good games like Splatoon.
They will.
And they're bringing out what's the Heavenly Sword or whatever it's called or whatever. So like if they bring out good things, they bring back some key features. Do you think this could replace the 3DS?
I think
Like,
Yeah, Chase, explain
can
why,
it
bro.
do more features as of base right now? Could it do more things in the?
I think it should. I think if they built it the right way, it should be able to. I just want to say, like, you can't get on here and just browse the internet. That's why would we have something this size that you can't browse the internet?
Bro, look, just to make note, that's all you get with a console. That's all the interface is. There's nothing else.
There's
you can't even go to Facebook.
There's no internet
bad, bro.
browsing. There's no Netflix right now. They said it's coming in time.
Hold on.
if they had
A
that, I
said
would
you
say
can
yes.
switch.
Huh?
A said you can switch the jump and run buttons.
Yeah, you can. It's still awkward though.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so
Still
my bad.
If-
What did you say? You said if they got all that, they can.
If they had all that, I think they would have a lot better chance of.
Like, what can you do on your 3DS right now that you can't do on the Switch?
Well, besides hooking it up to your TV, disconnecting controllers, motion controls. I mean, you can do. There are things you can do. I mean, that's 3 things right
Like-
there.
Because I remember they said you couldn't watch Netflix and stuff in the beginning.
Nope.
No, you can't do anything.
So you
except
can't
play
watch
games.
Hulu. Can't do nothing. What about the party system? Did you download the
Nobody's
app?
gonna
I
and
didn't.
shit
And,
talk?
ain't that a paid app?
I thought it was
Nobody did
free.
that.
I thought it was free at first. They give you like a free trial.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, all these out of
So why don't
reach-
both of y'all do it right now just to see if it works?
I don't even know the name of the app, bro. It's not called Nintendo Switch. I don't know what it's called. Like that. This is the thing. Like,
I wasn't even
I
sure
don't.
if it was out yet.
Look, I'll put it like this. I'm not chatting with nobody on a game that's nothing multiplayer. Why would I chat with somebody while playing Zelda? I need to focus on Zelda since it's single player. There's
Right,
no.
I'm just saying in general.
No, I get what you mean, but legit, they got Facebook and Twitter only when you sharing screenshots. But the problem with this device is, I feel like they could have added way more to it. Like, it could have a Hulu, a Netflix. If people were like, oh, but nobody wants that.
No, whoever
listen.
said nobody wants that's a fucking dickhead. I'm just going to say you're an idiot.
Like, I'm tired of people saying that shit because I'm like, listen, if you take this shit off right now,
Clowns,
I'll
man.
show you right now. This shit look like a fucking Kindle Fire. When you take off the joy, there's nothing impressive about it. You actually get pissed off looking at your purchase. And somebody said earlier, he's just saying this to justify his purchase. No, the Pro Controller, in my opinion, is a really dope controller. I had the
I'm
Wii U
getting a Pro controller. I mean, I don't like Nintendo's controllers. Well, not the. I mean, like this and then the gamepad and the original Wii. I like normal controllers. If that feels to me like a PlayStation or Xbox controller, then I'll get it.
Matter of fact, Barry, you tried the Pro. Remember when I brought it over to PAX? Like, you've had it in your hand, right?
Yeah, I've had it.
Oh,
Yeah, it feels
man.
it.
I'm sorry, Barry. Go ahead, bro. Ignore me.
What do you mean? What were you saying? What were you gonna say, Chase?
No, go ahead. Because I didn't. I hold it for like maybe a half a second. It was like it does feel really good. It feels better than a GameCube controller. It don't like you said, it don't feel better than the Xbox controller. But I did like it. It does rival the PS4 controller like quality as far as from just holding it, see what it feels like. In my opinion.
Who said people don't want Hulu, Netflix, and other apps on their fucking Switch? Like, who are these people, dog? Because that's where people watch all their shows and shit now. A lot of people don't watch cable unless it's sports. If you see the ratings for sports on cable, it's going down too. Especially the NFL's ratings are down this year for the first time in a while. People like to watch stuff on handheld devices. So for somebody to say nobody wants that, who's the nobody they keep talking about, dog? Like, people kill me with that shit, yo. When you have a handheld device, you should be able to stream Netflix, Hulu, and whatever else, period. You should be able to browse the internet. I mean, I'm sure.
I need to know more.
Is there any
about what you can do?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second. I mean, is there any current 2017 recent device that's mobile and you cannot stream Netflix or Hulu or whatever
off brand name that
and you can't browse the internet? Is there any mobile devices?
No, and the 3DS has YouTube on it too.
Yeah, you can watch Netflix.
And you can't watch YouTube on the
It's on the Wii. Netflix.
No,
YouTube
you can't watch
Wii.
YouTube on the Switch. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Shit,
see, and the thing is, when that person says he's just trying to justify his purchase, I'm like, look, I buy goofy shit all the time. Remember, I had a point where you guys used to clown me for buying goofy shit, but I was like, I want to be an early adopter of this shit. So that was me just taking the L as is. But like I said, like, this controller needs like a lot more games because this controller, it feels good on the hands. Now, I'm not talking about, there was some people making videos, oh, it has better tech. I don't even know what the fuck that means when somebody explains that because they never explain it.
Because
they just tell you got better tech.
Nobody
they don't
cares,
know what they're talking
dog.
about.
What's them games looking like? Yo, that's what we here for, fam. Not all that other, like, people kill me with that shit, yo. The shit is annoying, dog. All right, how about we do this?
I'm not gonna lie. From what y'all describing, it sounds like the Wii U is better for real.
I am.
Right?
No,
dude, hold on. Let me not get it twisted. As of right now, this is not looking better than the Wii U in terms of
but
what
we knew
they
that.
have to offer.
We knew that when we bought it.
Like,
we knew.
Look at this shit. This shit is. I knew this already.
It's not
this
fair.
is not comfortable to play. I didn't say this is better than DualShock 4.
No,
I never said that.
I'm saying. I'm not talking about video games.
I'm saying.
Like day one, you can watch Netflix on Wii. You have to use that.
Like, how you can't watch?
Watch day one.
That's ridiculous. Like, you should be
even if only you used it for as the Netflix or Hulu, that should at least be a necessity. That should be day one, not an option.
All right, let's do this. All right, so Ricky, you should sell somebody a Switch because we're not doing that right now. People probably get the impression that I don't regret my purchase at all. I'm very happy with my purchase, actually.
You want me to try to sell somebody a Switch?
Hold on. I need you. When it's your turn to explain, I need you to understand.
I'll go now.
Why.
Well, I'm going.
That you just saying make it seem like it's not worth it, with the exception of Zelda.
It's not worth it. Don't buy a Switch day one.
No,
we early adopters for a reason.
I'm saying the Switch potential has not gone away because the games aren't out. It's still there. I still think this could be a great console, and I think it's going to be much better than the Wii U. You know, give it some time for the library to build up. You know what I'm saying? Give them some time to work out whatever stuff that they're trying to do service-wise and hardware-wise. Yes. But I'm going on a bunch of trips soon. This Switch is coming with me to all my trips. That's why I got it. Well, you could have got a 3DS. No, I couldn't. You're not playing Zelda Breath of the Wild on the 3DS, sir. You can't play Mario Odyssey on the 3DS. The 3DS and the Switch are not really the same thing. I wanted to get Wii U, Wii, and your standard Nintendo games, and I'm able to take those with me wherever I go. That's why I got it. So I can't pick up a big-ass fucking PlayStation and carry that shit with me and play games on it. This is going to do that. This is actually filling a void that this is the only thing missing from my gaming arsenal. I got the PC. We have the consoles. We have all that shit. I didn't have something that I could actually take with me. I mean, yeah, I could have just played Bejeweled and all that bullshit on my fucking phone or whatever. But this here is actually giving me an avenue that I did not have. That's why I bought it. That's the only reason. That's the only justifiable reason that I have. Honestly.
Another reason why I bought this, because although I have a Nintendo the NES Mini, I want a Switch. Now, had I known that this shit wasn't going to be on some limited quantity type shit, like they weren't going to have enough, I could have possibly waited for it because Zelda wasn't my game of like, oh, I want this so badly. But because I knew how they were handling this shit, I'll be damned if a game does come out that I want to play. And like Mario Kart, or if I knew that Mario Odyssey was coming out soon, that I couldn't get my hands on it. Because remember, they treated this shit like it's limited edition. They sold out like 2 million in the US or worldwide. So I was like, yo, let me get this pre-order out the way. And that actually tempted me and a bunch of my boys to go pre-order it. So I don't know if that was a business move or was it that they were worried because that shit made me pre-order it because I knew they didn't have enough. So that kind of got me in it. And, I make dumb purchases all the time. But what I do regret, and which I only paid $10 because I sold some. Let me just make note of this. I paid $190 for my Switch, everything. I sold games and shit in, so I didn't lose. I sold mad games. I got extra $50 50% credit and was able to get a Pro Controller, 2 Joy-Cons, Zelda for like $190 plus tax. I was good. Okay. But I don't think you guys should spend money on this right now. You guys should wait. You guys should wait until a big update
Christmas
comes
gift,
out.
By the way, it'd be a great Christmas gift. I mean, for kids, I think this is still a great. By the way, if you bought a fucking VR headset, you really shouldn't be laughing at people's purchases in regards to the Switch. I just want to, and I don't mean like the cheap VR. I mean, if you went and bought it, PlayStation VR, Oculus Rift, or HTC Vive, you should not be laughing at people that buy Switches, fam. Because you're going to get way more use out of this than you can get out those VR headsets, yo. Way more.
I had a question.
What's up, Bear?
So, you know how it's only 32 gigs on the console. Is it like, is all the game memory on the actual disc, or does it have to install like how PlayStation and Xbox do it?
I don't.
It's big updates. That's what they're calling it. If there's a game bigger than it, you just put the cartridge in and it'll update and bring the rest of the game or something like that. So yeah, I guess they're in that avenue.
So it does have specific app data that has to go onto the device itself. So when I play a game like Zelda, it's gonna take up space on my Switch, regardless if I have the physical copy or the digital copy.
Not much. If you have the physical, you're good. But if you want the digital, you're gonna have to download like 15 gigs. But
that's crazy. See, that's crazy because it's only 32 gigs. So.
I mean, and let's be honest, we knew all of this shit before we got the Switch. So I can't like know all this shit, buy it, and then get mad when I already fucking knew that it didn't have this feature, or you know what I'm saying? Like I knew, okay, the only thing that's really going to have for me, not for everybody else, for me right out the gate was Zelda. Mario Odyssey is going to be later. Splatoon 2 is going to be later. All those other games are going to be later. I know that. And I was okay.
Splatoon is next week.
Okay, Splatoon's next week.
That's weird, right? They just announced that shit.
Yeah. So,
I also heard that 1-2 Switch. Have any of y'all got 1-2 Switch?
That game is suspect as fuck. I ain't buying that bullshit.
I heard it didn't play well. It didn't run well. That was my only question. I saw it.
$50, bro, for like a demo take type game? I'm good.
Yeah, that is kind of like just to show.
No, you can't put music on the Switch. That's a hilarious question, Jay. You tripping. You know damn well.
Yo, I thought yo, peep this. I went ahead and put it on my computer. They got a file, right? They got folders. You can't even add your own images in that shit, yet they got an image folder with JPEG files and shit. But you can't add your own images. Like, that's how bad, outdated it feels when you have the Switch on you. They need a big-ass update. And that's the thing. I got this shit knowing that there was nothing really to my interest at day one. So I'm not saying Zelda justifies my purchase, but at least I play in the bitch. Like, imagine if I just had the Switch and I didn't play it. I would feel so salty right now, yo.
How much was it again?
What?
The Switch?
The price of it is $299.
$299. Remember that commercial from Wendy's, yo? $299.
Yo, bro.
You know what? I probably would buy it. Buy it day one if it had games. It was $250, and it was running Android.
You want the world then? This dude want the world. Go ahead.
You want an Xbox One S deal?
Go ahead, Mark.
No, I'm just saying, yo.
So
I ain't gonna lie, that Bomberman look fire too, because I love him.
From everything I'm hearing about the Switch, it just sounds like a upgraded DS with better graphics.
Not even, because DS got games. It's fucked up.
Mad game.
I'm just saying, you said you can't.
I bought the Switch on pure potential.
Stop. Your potential?
That's what I bought it on.
I bought it because I'm dumb. Like I bought it because I went back to my roots of buying dumb shit.
I mean,
like day one.
Straight up. And indies are going to be on the Switch, which is there's going to be a lot more games this time around because they're getting a ton of indies, which is good. Like I can play those on here. I can play platforming indie games on my Switch. I like it.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
What?
You know what's crazy? There's going to be some people in the chat saying, oh, I didn't buy this shit for indies. Fuck indies. The same people who were getting at me when I used to diss indies, they're going to be the same ones saying, man, a Switch with indies, nobody wants that. Listen, there's a market for indie games right now. Indies are on the horizon, bro. They're not better than AAAs or whatever. And I don't know why some people assume. No, they are. But I'm saying, I don't know why people got this like notion that indie games can never be better than AAA. You got some of the best indies out there, bro.
People still do that, though?
I was playing Furry in that game. Oh my god!
Bro,
I used to be the main one shitting on indie. I was the main one, dog. Like back in shit, like 2014, yo. I was shitting on them indies, dog. That shit's over.
But they're ODing on the price though. Look how much is I Am Setsuna, bro. $40 on the Switch. GG, bro. It's just like $5 on PC.
Like the thing is, I love Nintendo, right? Because I feel like we all have that Nintendo love, that nostalgia love for Nintendo, and that's really all it will ever be, is just pure nostalgia.
Yep.
And I want to get a Switch, and my wife was like, do you want to get one? And I was just like, not for Zelda, like, because like I need more than just that, bro.
Right.
Like, what about backwards compatibility? Like, can you play?
Nah, man, come on. I'm laughing at all the stuff y'all asking. Y'all know that shit ain't on here. You know that shit.
So like that's it though. Like that's literally it. The only thing you can play
that's
is Zelda,
it, bro.
Bomberman, and
1-2 Switch. Splatoon 2 is gonna be good.
Like that's ass, bro.
Yo, you don't understand. A 2017 device with no camera,
even go to the
bro.
hub on there, bro. Like,
bro, this shit got no camera. No camera on the Switch. Some people like nobody needs a camera. I'm like, oh, here we go again.
People
like, bro, how
does nobody shit when these are like standards across every other industry, every other company, but then you want to say people, nobody, like where's the nobody coming from?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if it
I don't
had
care
some
for a camera,
old
but come on, man.
Like, if it had like some Super Mario World 3, if it had the Nintendo, does it have the Nintendo store on there?
No.
Yeah.
It does. It has to.
Does it have the retro store?
Let's look and see.
No. None of that's available.
I'm going to
None
the
of that's
eShop.
available.
Go to the eShop. Matter of fact, Nintendo has the best sound effects of all time, by the way.
Look at that sound of the Switch. Do you hear it? Look. Wait, watch. Shit sound corny as shit.
All right, let's go to the eShop.
Oh, yo, you heard that shit, yo? Fuck out of here. You switched to nothing.
Let's see what's on the eShop. Look at my little. Hold on. Look at my little dude.
That's the dude that was schooling us in basketball, bro.
This is disappointing, bro.
Is it?
I legit was able to do a review on the Switch on my channel, bro.
Like it's really messed up, bro. Because yeah, I watched the review.
I ain't signed into the eShop yet. I can't do it right now.
Like this hurts, bro. Like this is actually making me sad, B. Like because, fuck, bro.
But I knew this was day one though. Like I knew this. I knew
it's gonna flop, yo. I legit. I'm not saying it's going to be a Wii.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be much better than the Wii U.
But the reason.
Wait. They did add retros
because of potential. Like,
yeah, they did add retros, bro.
Okay, so you could play like the Super Mario's, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the old Donkey Kong stuff.
Yo, yeah, they just added. Oh shit, yeah, they just did. So
I
don't know. That's
my little character though. My nephew was in here.
$7.99.
I mean, so that might make it a little bit more worth it for me if I could play a bunch of old retros, even though I could do that on 3DS already. But
wait,
it would give you something else to play.
I got a question.
You know what I mean? I got a question.
So the launch lineup for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Xbox One had more games at launch. Like, I don't give a fuck with nobody. I don't care what people say. They had more games than PlayStation. They had more games that I wanted to play than PlayStation, especially for the first quarter of, you know what I'm saying, at least. They're razzing around.
PlayStation, all their games were supposed to come out, but didn't. They got pushed back.
Yeah, it was like Knack and Killzone that I can remember right off top. I could be wrong. But, so PlayStation and Xbox had, I mean, they had their standard, Injustice, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Madden, 2K. Well, shit, I guess I don't even need to ask the question. No, that's 5 games right there people will want to play on the Switch. Maybe not Call of Duty. Maybe not any of. I don't know. I'm just trying to say that the launch lineup on the PS4 and Xbox One wasn't that monumental. You know what I'm saying? Especially the first week of the game. That's all I'm saying. So,
yeah, but you got to remember that what held down those two consoles were not only the little bit of exclusives, was the multiplats. You know, Battlefield.
So the release,
had that jump.
The release for PlayStation Day 1 was
Infamous wasn't day one. Infamous came out in February or March.
Call of Duty Ghosts, Madden 25, Battlefield 4, Red Zone Gun, Need for Speed Rival, Assassin's Creed 4, Contrast, NAC, Lego Marvel's Killzone, and FIFA 14. It's not actually bad. It's just no exclusive.
Okay, I stand corrected. That's a
yeah,
lot
that list
games
is not.
Nintendo.
Yeah, that list is not bad. It's just no exclusives. With exception of that.
Was 2K
Nah.
2K came out a week after, I think, or a couple days later.
It was a little bit after.
Yeah, it came out a week later.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and Microsoft had some new games coming in, you know what I mean, as well as Sony. But it was really the multi-plats and resolution that whole gimmick shit that really was getting it started. I was on that,
you know
bro.
What? They also like PlayStation also had a bunch of like DC Universe Online, Warframe, and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah, and Blacklight Retribution,
like Planet Side 2, all that stuff. So. And Xbox's launches, but it's not even telling me what they launched.
I will say, no. What were you gonna say, Chase? I'm looking at something.
If you were interested in the Switch, you should. If you want a bunch of games from them, you should probably wait until Christmas.
Wait a minute, this was Xbox's release? Yeah, Xbox release was nice, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The Xbox
had Forza 5, Dead Rising 3, Rise, and Killer Instinct. Those 4 games just there.
I mean, it's better than
Zoo Tycoon was
fuck Killer Instinct.
Zoo Tycoon is fire, bro. I ain't gonna let you sit here and disrespect.
It ain't better than The Sims 3.
It's not, but it ain't trying to be better. It's the same game.
The Sims 3. Come on, yo. How you gonna compare that to that? Sims 3 is like a classic, yo.
Yo, Chase, you could download Splatoon. I mean, if you're even interested in that shit. But Splatoon 2, their demos available online multiplayer.
The first Splatoon is on there? You can buy that?
No. Splatoon 2 comes out next week, so they're giving people the opportunity to try out the multiplayer now, like the demo. But that's another thing too. I'm judging that game based on how it looked, even though it won multiplayer of the year. I forgot which year, but I don't know.
2015, I think.
I believe so. But look, I'm looking for this Mario Odyssey. What were we gonna say? No. What were we gonna say?
If you hardcore and you get consoles when they come out, then grab your Switch. If you don't really do that and you trying to, I would wait at least until
It's just, but this time it's just.
This is going.
I feel like it was just rushed, bro.
It's going on the road.
Bro, I cannot sell you. I can't sell you a Switch right now. I really can't. That'll be so gimmicky in me to try to sell somebody a Switch.
No, I mean, if somebody said I don't have a PlayStation or an Xbox, don't ask me about no Switch. I mean,
it still sound like you better off building a $200 PC.
Yeah, like that. Don't if you already have PlayStation and Xbox, then consider it. But don't get no Switch if that's all you're gonna have. You'll be pissed. There's just not. It's not enough on there, and it is very. A lot of Switches is going to break. I'm just. It has to, dog. Hope y'all motherfuckers got warranty. A lot of people don't get warranties. I got mine. $30 3-year warranty, baby.
I don't got nothing.
Damn, that's it. $30. Shit, PlayStation asked $60 for a year.
I think it was 30 for 3. Well, I gotta look at it. I don't know. I learned the hard way to get warranties on your consoles and shit, or you will be sorry.
That screen seems like it's easily
scratched. Oh yeah,
scratchable and breakable. Like I don't know.
I think it'll scratch easier than you get fingerprints on it too. But I don't know. I mess with it though. There's a lot of shit that they should have that they don't.
Bro, how you feel about this cheap ass WWE arena motherfucking material bullshit?
That was the funniest part of the whole console experience. Yeah, that's the.
This is so garbage.
That is the dock. That's where you put, and it like, all right. So look. I'm gonna take my Joy-Cons out, right? So when you put these in, you know they in. All right.
Oh, you got me fucked up. I ain't doing that.
All right, look. You could click. You'll hear the click. Like you know they in. Mm-hmm. When you put this in the dock, you don't really know if that shit's like in there right, like, cause it's just like, it don't really click. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we're putting stuff together, we look for like a click or something to let us know that it's ended. They don't really do that with that dock. I haven't used my dock at all, by the way. It's just been all handheld. My dock is that shit might be under the couch downstairs. I don't know where my dock is, yo.
Bro, this shit feels cheap. It got USB 3.0 in one of them, but like nobody gives a fuck about that, man. Like this, it feels so cheap, and there's reports that it's scratching people's screens. So make sure you get a screen protector. Like there's shit you need day one because of the downfall. Like there's such a counter to this. Like when you plug this in, you know how many times I hit my screen on the dock? Like it's so annoying. And then you can't even put skins on your Switch because the paint material is so cheap it rips off. Like
these
wait,
bogus, bro. Nintendo, they cheap as hell for that.
Wait on the Switch. I'm not gonna like if I were to sell you a Switch, I would have to say shit like, if you're trying to hear ice and niggas sound like I can't do that, bro.
Because somebody might have been on the verge of getting a Switch. They ain't gonna get it after this podcast. Get up this podcast,
bro. Just remember this. Yo, look at it. You see how lit it look? But when you take this bitch off, it look like a Kindle fucking
I don't really
fire.
care what the screen looks like by itself. That's
but it bothers me, yo.
What do you want them to do? You want them to put glitters and stickers all over it? How old are you?
You assume.
What can you do with that? So can you take that? Because you just did that, Ricky. So when you take the screen out, do you put the screen somewhere and play the game?
You can.
It gotta stand.
You can.
Okay.
Yep.
Innovative.
So do y'all play that on the TV or do y'all play it mainly on?
It's all handheld for me so far.
I play both, man. Both.
Now when my
So
nephew
you've always
comes over,
done handheld, but you've done TV. It looks better on the TV, I'm assuming.
it doesn't. I think I saw something that said the resolution. I'm pretty sure I saw something that said the games run better in handheld mode.
I just said that.
It wouldn't doubt it.
It runs better on handheld mode on the TV on my monitor. It looks good, but the frames are crazy bad when you're playing it on your TV. Like
my man said he could 3D print his trash though. Well, before we get too late, let's move on to Switch. I can't really give it a thumbs up. I can only give it a thumbs up to it depends on what type of gamer you are. I just want to Zelda.
Like I said, I'm gonna get at it, man.
So I'm gonna wait. Yeah. We're gonna revisit this because we're gonna be talking about the Switch, obviously, because as stuff comes out. I think, like, buy that shit and sell it. That's your best bet. To buy a Switch and sell that shit.
Wait, why are they saying I'm reaching? What did I do? Did I set it like a Kindle Fire? My bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, I don't know what you want from them with the screen by itself. It's kind of...
No, my point is that it looks like a tablet. It looks like a little tablet without it, but there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. There's nothing. So that's my complaint.
So Call of Duty...
It's not touchscreen, is it?
Yeah.
It's both. Yeah. So
you can touch screen, but you can't watch Netflix on that motherfucker?
Bro, that's what I'm saying, dog. This is like your standard shit that they just don't...
Man, it almost sounds like you better off getting a smartphone over the Switch right now, bro. Like,
yo, Prof, you gotta buy.
If you could play Mario on that shit, that's what people would have did.
Yo, Prof, you have to buy an external Ethernet piece again for $30. For those who want to play, that's like.
Still don't have Ethernet.
They could have fit that shit in back of this. Like, they didn't want to do it.
But
So I randomly want to throw out something that has nothing to do with the Switch. So the PS4 Sasuke update finally came out. I'm sure everybody that has a PS4 has noticed it. You can customize your backgrounds after 3 or 4 years. Finally, they also got the external. They got the external hard drive, so you can go to like Best Buy. I think there's like a terabyte one for like $40. So you can finally do external hard drives, which is. If you have a PS4, is definitely a must because these games coming out is all finna be 60 or more gigabytes. And 2K is still 150 gigabytes by its damn self. So, because they still doing updates every 2 weeks. So, just wanted to throw that out. I didn't really. They did change like a few other things too. I don't really like the notifications. Me and my brother was talking about that the other day. Like if you remember, the notifications used to be separate. It used to tell you like the message, the game downloads, and like party invites. Now they lumped it all together in one pile of shit.
Had like that on PS3.
Yeah, they all up. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It looks just like PS3 now. So that's actually really annoying. And a lot of those messages that are in the notifications, you can't delete them either. I don't know why it doesn't give you the option to delete. But the actual background is cool. I mean,
I got a little tip. a little tip for people on who want to do custom backgrounds. What you do is after you create your background, try to message it to yourself on the PlayStation app on your phone.
Exactly what I did.
Yep, and then you save it. You're good. But that's trash. Like,
but it has to be a really nice picture.
Quality.
Like what I did was like I be watching a lot of anime on my PS4, so like I got like a Dragon Ball Z background and Naruto background, so I just watched the show in full screen and then screen capped a picture of what I want to watch.
So, you know, I expected to see Call of Duty Remastered standalone by now. I don't think.
They might have been serious, bro. They might not be coming out one.
And if they do, they're gonna do it after. I don't know, bro. I really expect
Call
to
of
see
Duty.
them. Yeah, they. I'm surprised. Anyway,
You know what they've been doing though?
What?
Like Infinite Warfare? Is that what this game's called? Infinite Warfare?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh shit, dude. Bro, because I got confused by Advanced Warfare. Anyway, Infinite Warfare was like $20 like 2 weeks ago, and you got the Call of Duty 4 with it. So like they keep doing these sales, but I'm like, bro, I'm not buying. Like my brother keep trying to tell me, yo, just get it, bro. He's like, you ain't got to download Infinite Warfare. I said, I don't care. It's the thought that matters, bro. It's just the principle of the matter. I'm not buying that game just to get Call of Duty 4.
They gonna make their money, but here's the thing. So Call of Duty 4 came out in 2007. They did a remaster. Okay, that's a lot of people's favorite Call of Duty, or at least one of their favorite 3 Call of Duties. A lot of people. So, you know, people are like, all right, well, I'm just going to get this for the remaster. Well, you know, they start putting supply drops of shit in the remaster. They start putting shit in the game that was never on there. Now, they got map packs for the remaster, which I feel should be free. But not only are they not free, the map packs were $10 when they came out in 2007 or 2008 by the time map packs came out. They were $10 for the whole map pack. Now they $15. Like, come on, man. Why are we putting out map packs?
You're paying for old DLC
and more.
First of all, most of those maps were trash.
Yes, they were.
Broadcast.
The worst Call of Duty map.
Chinatown.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if I actually did like Broadcast because that was on the radio tower. I can't even stunt. But Chinatown, damn, I don't even remember the other ones, bro. But the maps was trash.
But they said they was gonna be free anyway. Now they lying.
Yeah, because we just assumed they'd be free. They should have been free, but they also come with supply drops. So that's making me think that they really finna put nunchucks in the game in Call of Duty 4, the classic. Let it stay the classic. Give me these maps for free. Leave all that supply drops for Black Ops 3 and all that other Advanced Warfare and any warfare other than Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Like, come on, bro. Like, they got to chill with that shit. Because what are they going to put in there? Like, because they already added more things in this game, if I'm not mistaken, did they? Like, there's more camo in Call of Duty 4 that there wasn't before, which is cool.
Cosmetic. Yeah. It's all cosmetic shit.
Right, which is cool. So, like, that's cool. But, like, are they going to be adding, like, ray guns and shit like that?
No.
Like,
I doubt it.
I saw that they added, like some CSGO knives into...
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Why?
Like,
I had their DLC weapons.
The next investment for Activision, the problem is I feel like, well, if they took, never mind. The next investment, oh my God, investment for Call of Duty. I completely just skipped that whole said investment. Like, in order for it to, I'm not going to say be back at top because I don't think it's going to be like always be number one, but they need to do what CSGO does. They need to add in the ability to sell and or trade cosmetics. I think that'll be the next.
That'll be the nail in the coffin, my G.
They can't do that.
For me.
Yeah, because they going to be making too much. They ain't going to make that much money, and Activision is known. But if they do it like 2K, like, you know, 2K gets like a percentage if you sell your My Team car or whatever. They need to do it like that. And they need to add some type of community system like that because I feel like that's what makes CSGO the way it is. The way, like, people really be selling shit for like $10,000, like real money.
They do.
Like, so Call of Duty, I feel like needs to go ahead and borrow that.
I'd rather they not. If a game came out in 2007, and it's a classic, cool. You know what I'm saying? Remaster it, leave it. But don't add in-app purchases to a game that didn't have in-app purchases in 2007. Why are we doing that, man?
I just wanted to look nicer and run faster.
That's all we wanted. To be honest, it could have looked like the original game, dog. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. It had just been playable.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. I mean, they can do it. I'm just saying. But you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that shit, man. You add in-app purchases to a game that didn't have it at the time. Like, y'all dudes, these dudes is crazy. And then you charge it for map packs. Man, fuck out of here with that shit, man. And then you gonna have to get them because then you ain't gonna be able to find people to play with. That's the other thing they do. The lobbies be so empty if you don't got the DLC. Man,
Yeah, man, these niggas, they done lost their mind.
the industry crazy, man. I remember we would get a game, right? You get a game, you put that shit in, and you just play. Like now, like you get on Madden
Yeah,
and
I
they
play-
like check out Ultimate Team. You get on 2K to check out my team. Like you can't just play. Like they throw shit all in you. You can't even do nothing. That's ridiculous, bro. The indies don't do that shit.
Got money, bro. That's because they ain't got money.
I know. And when they do, they gonna be joining them. I put in an indie game. That shit just start difficulty. You in there? They ain't got a million patches and shit. They
Yo,
ain't got
I told
DLC.
you about the dig, yo, inside, right? Yo, play that, yo.
Yeah. I bought it. I bought it. It's sitting right on my desktop. I ain't play it yet.
It's fire. And I downloaded Limbo because I ain't played that one. It's essentially the same thing.
I bought the
Like,
bundle.
The puzzles and shit, bro. I'm trying to tell
I
you.
love puzzles. People don't
Speak-
have the patience for puzzles anymore.
Speaking of the bundle, Humble Bundle doing anything?
Let's check out the Humble
I
Bundle.
actually seen they did have something. I know PlayStation has a 2 for $20 deal going on. And I actually ended up buying FIFA last week. Me and like 7 of the homies ended up buying FIFA 17, and we just been on there. And that game is like so fun for no reason because it was 20 bones.
Yeah, Humble Bundle. I don't know none of these games this month.
Yeah, me
Yo,
neither.
I feel bad because last week, I don't know if this was a worldwide sale. I don't know if it was my local Target, but I couldn't believe it. I was in Target because I went to Target with my cousin on that Wednesday. They had a sale. Buy any 2 games, get a game free of the equal or lesser value, and it was not reserved for old games. Like you could have went in there, you could have bought Sniper Elite and Horizon, and then you could have picked any other game you wanted. It was eligible, but it wasn't eligible for the Switch. But you could have. There was no other exclusions for PlayStation, Xbox. I don't know if that sale's still going on or not, but that's a good sale. Like two free game. I mean, 1 free game. If
You know,
Target's
Target's been doing that a lot lately.
okay.
Obviously.
The producer of Scalebound left the company. Thought I'd throw that out there.
When? Like before they got cut or
After, like right after they canceled. Just
Uh,
looking at some random news.
I didn't even eat dinner yet, bruh. We this is a good show today. We about 2.5. We 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, we started at 5:30, 5:36.
Later. I think we need to get these outros going. We're going to look at Barry's thumbnail. Let me zoom in on the thumbnail so people can get the full gist. The full gist. Let me go ahead and stretch this out, though. Let me put this on top.
Yo, shout out to Twitch, bro. If y'all are a 90s, 80s baby, you know what I mean, 80s, 90s, Twitch is streaming the Power Rangers, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Marathon, and I've low-key been watching it. I mean, you can easily watch it on Netflix as well.
I'm watching
but-
that movie when it come out, by the way. I'm going to the movies.
Yeah, I think it come out this week.
Y'all played that game?
I don't, nah, because it's not co-op. That pissed me
That's
off.
not real. I don't know what that is. That's
Yeah,
not Power
that pissed
Rangers.
me off, bro.
So Barry, outro, sir.
All right. Hey man, I'm just glad to be here one more time. Shout out to everybody on the podcast. Shout out to Marco for coming through with me. For that thumbnail, actually, if you don't know what that's about, go ahead and check the video out on Ricky channel, his vlogs on PAX, including that one. That's real funny. But yeah, hopefully we're back next week. All right.
All right. Ricky.
All right, my bad. So back. Damn, I'm all fucked up right now. All right, so we had a good ass show today for real. So hopefully you guys hit them like buttons. We don't need to do no nasty ass challenges for y'all. But appreciate y'all, and also Marco with the t-shirt, man. That shit look lit as fuck. I finna live stream Mass Effect for the first time ever. I don't know if anybody else wants to stream. I don't want to take away from nobody else, but I will be live streaming it. If that's so fucked up of you putting that image there, but anyways, though, yeah, I will be live streaming on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? So
you can also download that game if you have
trial version, baby.
The trial version, 16 hours, EA access and Origin access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both.
It's already downloaded, and yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right after this.
And download
And
Disc
ready to
Jam
go.
once again. Disc
Facts.
Jam on PlayStation. That shit is so
Now fish dicks.
fun.
Got it.
Nah. Props
Chase
to
said he's
Alfred.
not hopping on a deep. Nah.
Yo, that shit. I had just pushed enter, and then I had to hurry. I wasn't fast enough, though.
That card is so late, bro. But yeah, I just want to say we real, we lit. You know what I'm saying? Squad shit. Holla at your boy, God Squad. You know what I mean? Oh, shout out to my man's Jesus Chavez. I think that's how you say his name.
Jesus?
I mean, that's nigga in America. That's Jesus. I don't know. Nigga, that's Jesus Chavez. Nigga, shout outs to Jesus, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I keep seeing you asking for a shout out, so they go you shout out. Word life.
Marco, you there, bro? We trying to.
Yo, Game of L's probably next week.
Probably next week.
Donation stuff next week. Talk about Game of W's
next week.
later.
Yes. I'll be Horizon. The game is monumental, fam.
Yeah, we didn't really get to talk about that, the re-up, but we'll do that next week too.
We can. We gonna have to be up out of here. I don't know what Marco didn't win. It's dinner time. I can't delay the meal no longer, bro. I'm a live stream this 5-course meal downstairs. That's what I'm a live stream.
Yeah, you know that's what people be streaming on Twitch. They
For real food, yo.